Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Come On Now, the podcast. It's the big show, facts over feelings, real sports, real talk, no filters. We got a big one on tap tonight, people. Appreciate y'all jumping on board. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are in the building, man. Definitely leave your comments so we can acknowledge you while you're here. We are here once again. We got a lot of stuff in store. The national championship is on Monday. Of course, you know me. I will have more for you in reference to this national championship game as we get closer to the game. But we'll have our own dialogue and debate on this topic and see where Nick stands on it because I really don't know. We got a couple of other topics on tap. We got the NFL wild card weekend, which was hella wild. We got from that, we lost a coach in the NFL. Mike Tomlin decided he was done with Pittsburgh, but of course, there's the people like Ryan Clark who are, of course, somehow making it a racial topic, which I definitely want to get Nick's opinion on.
Was that real?
That was real.
I took it as bullshit. I complete. I thought you know how Facebook people post shit and they kind of like they add their own flavor to it and make it up. Oh,
I mean, let me verify because I've seen it posted many times.
I think that's one of the things because Ryan Clark says shit like that and the people just run off with it on Facebook and you got to fact check these things, man. Because
I'm fact checking it right now.
I can't believe he'll be that ignorant to say that, Rudy. I know you say some things.
Let me check. I'm gonna fact check it now. I mean, I saw it a million spots already.
Yeah.
I hope it's fake. You know what? I hope it's fake. He had maybe okay. Maybe it was fake. Please tell me it was fake. Then I'll feel a little bit better about it because he attributes everything to race. So
yeah, that's why I can't put it past him. But people on Facebook and all these little fake sites nowadays, man, or fake little quotes they put up or what people say because they know it's kind of in their area, their direction of what they'll say.
I mean, it's on Reddit too, bro. Like maybe it's been deleted. Maybe it was fake. So I take it back if Ryan Clark he finally didn't say something stupid. God, because Jesus. I hate when people do. This is the problem with the internet, man.
It's terrible.
But you want to know but you believe it because he says so much dumb shit.
But you can believe it because he says so much dumb shit. You can't believe it.
This has been posted in so many places. It's not like one spot. It's been posted so many places.
I know. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I saw it yesterday, I believe. And I said, this morning. I saw it this morning, and I didn't even go look it up because I just felt like it was one of those things that he did not say.
There's another one that says here, job well done. I'm already skipping ahead, but there's one thing here that says job well done. I don't know, I'm cutting way ahead of it, but yeah, I get it. Trust me, I do, but I'm sad to see Mike T go. Sometimes change is needed for everyone. Job well done, big brother. Maybe you know what? Maybe he didn't. I can only hope that he did not because I was ready to ether that dude.
I already know it.
I was ready to ether that dude. And
let me get you off of Ryan for one take today, man.
But yeah, I mean, outside of that, well, the NFL wild card weekend was still wild. We still lost the coach. Yeah, and then of course you got we'll talk Miami Heat basketball because we are Heat fans, and I haven't done enough on Heat Unfiltered because I'm really focused on this weekend, the national championship, and then next week I'll really start getting back into the Miami Heat. And the NBA, which as a league is flipping terrible, but we could talk about the one good game Bam Adebayo had in the past month and praise him for it and tell the world how amazing he was and whatever else. And then finally, the last topic here, and I'm just bringing it up because it just popped off. LeBron James and Rich Paul. They might need to separate. LeBron James might really need to take a hard look at the guy that he made important because Rich Paul's a nothing without LeBron James, and we all know this.
He got some power now. He got a little.
his power was getting. And if LeBron James wants to strip him of it, it can be stripped immediately because he has more power. He
Well,
made
no,
him.
he got his little wife now, and that's powerful also. So
Who's his? Oh, no one cares about freaking whatever her name is, Estelle, whatever. What is her name? What is her name?
I forgot
Liddell.
it, man.
You
No,
don't
it's
know her
not
name either.
Liddell. It's but
What's the
she's
what?
famous. She
Yeah,
sings those sad,
the
them
chunky
sad songs,
the
the
chunky
real
white
sad.
the chunky white British girl that somehow married the fucking guy from the hood in Cleveland,
Oh
Ohio.
my God, rich
I mean,
Paul wife,
what I mean, goodness gracious. Yeah, Adele,
Adele.
same shit. The same shit. And I mean,
Oh,
what a match made in heaven that was. The bright white snow bunny, overweight snow
and the
bunny
guy
from
from
Europe,
the
and the
hood.
guy from the hood in Cleveland. Like, what a match made in heaven that was. My God, you can't like, come on now, come
Uh,
on now. I can't.
oh my
Um,
gosh,
so what's been going on, sir?
Rudy, man,
What?
stand the fuck up, man. Y'all in the championship, man.
I
Get
know.
up.
I've been up. I've been up. I mean, I've been up till
Get
5.
up.
I've been up
Keep
till
your shirt
5.
on tonight. Keep your shirt on today, though.
I've been up till 5 a.m. damn near every day putting out content. So I mean, I'm barely sleeping right now. I'm
Rudy,
tired as shit right now.
it happened. No ACC championship, but you in the
That's all
college
I cared.
football national championship. So
All I
that shit
cared
means
about.
nothing at this moment. You
ACC
win the
championship
game.
never meant shit. It's never been about the ACC
I
championship.
mean, you want to win. You want to have one of in your
Eh.
memory. You want to have a trophy in there, in your cabinet.
Ohio State lost that shit last year. Won a national
Yeah, but
championship.
they still have one or two or three
Yeah,
or
they might have
10
fired
in their
they might
cabinets.
have fired Ryan Day had they not won the national championship last year. So
Maybe they might have, man. But man, I'm here, Rudy, man. Big week of football, college, NFL. It's exciting, man. You got I put in my transcripts. I put in my form, my transfer paper. I'm a fan now, Rudy. I'm here, man. And I'm over there. I'm going against all these people on social media. They like, Nick, you're fake. And I'm like, I went to more games than y'all this year. Granted, a lot of that's because of Rudy, but I still went to more games than a lot of these fans. So, hey, pencil me in, man. I'm a fan now, man. I'm rooting for the home team. They're from the crib. 305. Throw your hands up. We going for a championship, and if they win it, I'm going to the parade.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you are?
Yeah, man. I'm taking the day off, man. I'm going out there to celebrate with my team, man. Big green, big orange, I might even hang out with Michael Irvin on the weekend. I don't know how I'm feeling, man. I'm feeling really good. Feeling really good about what's going on in the city. You get a home game here. When the last time a team got a home game?
In the CFP, never.
I'm just talking about period. I mean, I'll say maybe
Yeah,
Georgia probably played in the
1994. Yeah, in the Hurricanes.
Hurricanes. That was the last time a team played in there.
Orange Bowl.
I mean, because it's only like 5 places you play: Georgia, Cali,
but that's
Texas.
not a home game. That's not a home game. Yeah, that's not a home game either. But I mean, they didn't. They I mean, literally in your home stadium.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I'm just talking about in your state, in your area. That's
I mean, in your state. I don't know if Georgia played in Atlanta or not for the national championship.
That'd be one of the only few
I don't
teams.
remember. I don't know that USC played in LA. In the Rose Bowl.
That'd be a long time ago. And maybe
Texas. Back in 05, 04. Texas,
Texas
never.
They don't have no.
The Cotton Bowl hasn't hosted a championship.
Yeah,
they haven't
so you have
been
to
to
have
the championship. So that's going back
to be Arizona, and none of those teams are.
Yeah, no, Miami's really the only one that's really ever had the opportunity to play in its home state, let alone home building for a national championship over the last in my lifetime.
You cannot blow this game, Rudy.
I'm not playing.
We can't blow this game, Rudy. We part of this now, man. This home team.
I'm not playing. I'm not the one that would be blowing it if Miami was to lose the game. But Miami's not going to lose the game, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried.
Worried a little bit, man.
No,
nothing about this grown team makes you worried.
Nothing.
I mean, is a little bit grown too.
Nothing.
What makes you feel so confident, Rudy? I got it. Tell me. You broke it down a few times. Break it down on live.
I actually do real deep dives on stuff, and people. It's almost as if people fell in love with two games. You fell in love with the Oregon game, which, I mean, if you could just hand someone a gift, that was a gift. I've never seen, I mean, to the point where, and I don't know if this is true or not because it was posted on social media, but there's someone spreading out that Indiana has hacked into people's computers and the tech systems to where they know the plays that are coming before they come, which is why they had the interception to start the game, which you and I have discussed on Dante Moore, where
That's
you
not why.
told me flat out that Dante Moore should see the positioning of the cornerback
The
and see exactly
cornerback
how he's lined up in formation. And
jumps outside
you
leverage.
don't ever make that throw. Like you don't
It's a
even
tight
consider that throw.
It's a tight split. It's a nasty split. As a DB, you're not beating me outside because that's where all your space is. That's the only way you can throw it unless you go run an under route or go across the formation. You're coming back. When people get tight, you get tight to come back outside for the most part. That's basic one-on-ones. You, as a DB, you do alignment, assignment, blah, 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 blah. Assignment, alignment, blah, 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 blah. Either or, whichever way you want to compute it in your head. And I'm
Mhm.
looking at his split and I'm saying, hey, I'm getting outside. So he's already outside leverage. How are you going to beat him to the out? And then you throw the ball on the inside of somebody who's already outside leverage on a 3-step read. He's not going anywhere. He reads the play. He knows it's a rock and throw type of thing. He takes a quick step or two, which is in shotgun. That's a quick read. And you're late. You can't be that on the first play of the game. He shouldn't even looked over there. He should
That's what
have.
I'm saying.
It was no reason to look over there. And once you saw that DB in that leverage, he's gonna make a play. There's only way you can make that throw if you throw it out of bounds. You just say, "Hey, I'm gonna throw this one out of bounds."
So what does that
So that
tell you
was a
about
bad play.
Dante? What does that tell you about Dante Moore as a quarterback that he couldn't read out and play one of the game? Play one.
You,
Play one.
Rudy, dude, that's the guy. That they're telling me the number 1 and number 2 draft pick that they were playing. Those two quarterbacks were playing for who to be the number 1 and number 2 draft pick in this draft this year. And I already said this about the NFL scouts or them. They just have to make a quarterback a top pick. Like you don't have to. It's fine. If they're not ready, they're not ready. I mean, great day. Chambliss looked better than that, and Chamberlain looked better than that. But then you got to look, but you really think about it, he really should have had 4 interceptions of easy drops. But you see some other plays that you made you think like, okay, he has some potential to be something special, throwing the ball on the run, having a nice strong arm. But it was 4 plays that could have had an interception. 4 plays, easy interceptions.
2 on 1 play.
2 on 1 play. So say 5 easy interceptions, like in their hands. I don't know. A couple of them was thinking about running after the tip ball. You can't like you don't go up for the post route. Your safety come over and make a hell of a play. You read that your safety gonna make the play, so you sit back and you wait for the tip the ball, and it lands in your head, and you fumble it away. You can't make this shit up. Like you wanted to give that game away at various moments.
Yeah, I don't have. I don't
It
have
can't come.
like I said. I did deep dives on this team, and I've watched a number of their games. I'm still gonna watch more of them before I do my full prediction that I'll drop on Friday. But yeah, I've never heard a team get glazed so much over something that's completely in your face. Like it's in your face. And watching former professional athletes. By the way, shout out Ed Quinn and Hosehead in the room right now. I, I've never seen professional athletes like Robert Griffin III, he's a complete abomination. Like I can never get behind him on anything else ever again. He's just an imbecile. I can't stomach him. Then you got Matt Leinart. Then there was another quarterback who I think played at Missouri, who I forgot what his name was. He made some outrageous comments about now. I mean, that was the GOAT stuff. Um, the greatest team of all time. If they win, well, yeah, they'll be 16-0 if they win. By all means, that's literally your only barometer for saying something silly like that because they played nobody throughout most of the year. Like this will be their biggest win of the year if they win. This
But they
will be their
handle.
biggest win.
But they
If they
handle who
beat,
they supposed to handle though. They wasn't
okay,
like that. Most of
uh,
those games are close. They like if they played them, they really punched teams in
okay,
the mouth.
all
They
right,
didn't give up much defensively.
great. And I can show you that Miami punched everybody in the mouth too. I mean, yeah, we did lose a couple of games, but they didn't. The games that Indiana played, like they damn near lost to a 3-5 Penn State, and it turns into, oh my God, what an amazing player Fernando Mendoza is! What a throw! No, that wasn't that catch. might have been the greatest catch of this football season until Malachi Tony's catch last week. That was
Oh
taken away.
my
That was
gosh.
taken away. Outside
That
of
was the
that,
best catch I ever
that
seen.
that might have been the best catch of the season, especially with the situation at hand. Because if they don't catch that ball, they're facing 4th and 7 from the 4th and goal from the 7 with the chance to lose the game at Penn State as an undefeated team. And it just shows you how the margins are so slim that and the opinions change like the weather based on how the ball bounces. A Louisville guy picking off the ball by the tip of his fingers against Miami, or a bogus penalty called on a dead ball that gives a 4th and 8 a first down against SMU. Like, these are the margins. Like, if Miami wins those two games against 2 9-4 teams, those teams are now 8-5, and Miami's 15-0 also. And are we having the same conversation? I highly doubt it. Now, heck, maybe Miami doesn't make the playoffs if that's the case. I mean, doesn't get this far because they've been playing from a mentality of first of all, y'all. I'm a Miami Hurricane fan, so I don't know what y'all is, but I don't know what y'all is. I'm a Miami Hurricane fan. This is a Miami Hurricane show primarily, because you never know how they would have reacted, and maybe they would have relaxed later on in the season because that's what Miami's done in the past. They've been playing from a playoff perspective since week 8. Since they were 6-2, it's been playoff game. And the fact that they got a bunch of dudes all sick before the Fiesta Bowl as it came out, after the fact that they had about 20, 25 guys with the flu, I mean, that can be attributed to the fact they've traveled for 5 of the last 7 weeks. They've been in planes over and over again. I don't know about you, but when I go on a plane, I almost always get sick. I almost always get sick. Now, they're chartered, but I get sick all the time on planes. I got sick after I flew back from New York for one freaking day because some guy next to me was hacking the entirety of the trip. But it's just those slimmest margins that formulate opinions, and you'll hear stuff like, okay, well, Mendoza is and Mendoza's a good player. Is he a great?
He's a good player.
Great player. I mean, we need to stop this. There's not really a great quarterback in the country this year. And when I put numbers together, and I'll show you the differences of Carson Beck's numbers against AP top 25 teams, they're actually better than Mendoza's. They're better. They're actually statistically better in every category, from completion percentage to quarterback rating to yardage to touchdowns. Now, that's actually the fact. That's a fact. I didn't make it up. And it also, so you look at all those scenarios and then look at the fact that, I mean, damn, I criticize who Notre Dame played. Indiana's played 6 of the 7 worst teams in the Big Ten. Like 6 of the 7 worst teams in the Big Ten. They played the 4 worst teams in the Big Ten. Their last 6 games were all 6 of the worst 7 teams in the Big Ten. Like, their schedule, it makes Notre Dame's schedule look good. That's how bad their schedule was, because at least Notre Dame played Miami and Texas A&M. Indiana played Oregon, and that was it. I don't want to
ended up with Ohio State.
No, that was the conference championship. Not regular.
I get what you're saying, but it was still part of the schedule.
Right. And you know what? They were a huge underdog, and everyone picked them to lose.
But they won.
Like, that's the inconsistency of the attitude. Is like, when that game was played, all these guys that are gawking Indiana right now all picked them to lose.
Yeah.
They did not believe in them. They still had Ohio State picked as their projected national champion, even after Indiana beat them, for which I admit I was cheering for Indiana. I can't stand Ohio State. And if Miami wasn't in this game right now, I'd be cheering for Indiana right now. I'm keeping it real. Thank you, Whitley and Pierre. Appreciate you. I'd be cheering for Indiana right now because I love their story. I love what they've done. I'm a fan. But I'm not going to sit here and listen to national imbeciles who say they watch football and just give a nonstop blowjob and ignore the scheduling. Stop ignoring scheduling, because you sure as shit use scheduling against Miami. Because I want to know how you can sit here and tell me that Indiana had a better schedule than Miami. That schedule? Really?
Go by Oregon. So you compare their best team on their schedule will be Oregon against Notre Dame. Against Notre
better
Dame.
than Oregon. I would take Notre Dame against Oregon every single day of the week. I thought Oregon was overrated garbage all season. I said it for weeks.
Yeah, you have.
Indiana beat them. I expected Indiana to fucking beat them. And did I say see 56-22? No, nobody did. Indiana didn't see themselves beating them by 34. I'm sure Indiana also didn't see them being given the ball and Dante Moore fumbling off of his running back's arm, which is on him. But Indiana acts like, oh, we did that. You didn't do shit. That's like just dropping the football. That's dropping the football.
Hey, but the opponent that's there, they punched in the mouth. At the end of the day.
But they got outgained, and they got out everything in that game.
But UM can't come out. UM can't come out like they did against Ole Miss.
No.
I mean, not how they came out. They came out pretty good. They actually came out pretty well. They just didn't finish shit that they were supposed to finish, and they gave up a big play here, and things changed.
If that one running play doesn't happen, and it happened after a penalty, so it was 2nd and 8. We have that dumbass offsides penalty, and they come out 2nd and 3 to start the second quarter.
But UM looked like they didn't play. That wasn't focused football.
Fine. Yeah, and it turns out 25 guys had the flu.
I get it, but Rudy, you pushing somebody on the sideline, which should be a fucking penalty. That's stupid. You cannot do that.
And I can show you 8 holdings on the fucking left tackle holding fucking Ruben Bain all game.
No, I get that. But I'm talking about accountability as UM team.
I'm okay. I'm not even there yet. I'm talking about Indiana right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Indiana, because I know what Miami did wrong, and you know what? All that doing wrong and dropping 4 interceptions, and you still won.
They still won
because you had the ball for 41 and a half minutes. You ran the ball down their fucking throat, and the only reason that game wasn't a blowout was because Shannon Dawson kept playing with the fucking ball, playing with the ball. Let's go gimmick this shit with a Mally cat. Let's go gimmick with a fucking
run the fucking ball, Rudy.
Run the ball.
They get 6 yards to carry.
You're getting chunked. I mean, and they did that after Miami had big running plays each time. And
there was no need to get cute.
There was no need for it. And so you at least gave away, even on Carson Beck's interception, which I'm sure people in the media will say, Carson Beck threw another pick. The ball was tipped. Keelan Marion was wide open because we would have hit him right at the break. He's wide open. Great play by the defense. We can give credit to people for making a play. And that cost us at least 3, but that happened right after a penalty. Because if it's 3rd and 7, maybe we're running the football again. I don't know. Because we're getting 10 yards a chunk. There was a play where they literally pushed Mark Fletcher 20 yards down the field, the offensive line.
They were in their bag. The whole line, the run game, amazing. Like, you just had to do that. I didn't like how Beck came out to start the game. He was a little shaky on his throws.
Yeah, he missed that throw on.
I was nervous. Looked real Trent Dilferish.
I was never nervous about winning that game. Honestly, I was never nervous about it. Now in the fourth quarter, you're like, whoa, my God, we're gonna do all of this, and have it. I mean, but I still believe we would come back and win the fucking game. It's just it didn't need to be there. But I also thought that had a lot to do with making. Hell, I thought that you look at the pick 6 that got dropped before the half. It's pick 6.
Yeah.
It's pick 6. Jacoby Thomas drops a pick 6. Fucking 2 touchdowns right there, which both turned into points the other direction.
Right on the hits. You read that, you jump it, you gotta catch one.
If Trinidad, and that's why I said how great that play was for Keontae Scott. I'm repeating it to everyone for the 5th time. Because Nick, I know you're a DB, but y'all motherfuckers can't catch. That's why you
can't catch. But I told y'all it's different
y'all
when it's coming
at you. Catch, and it's you get so excited. The ball's coming. Oh my God, it's coming.
No, it's not that. It's not that. You're catching it from a different vantage point of you not knowing where the ball is going to go. As a receiver, you go bum, 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 bum. I turn around, the ball should be there. Yes. As a DB, you're reacting to the receiver to play and like, oh shit, he's throwing it's coming to my face. Ball to your face. Taking ball to the face. And pause. Ball to the face, and you drop it. It's tough. I'm gonna make excuses just because I probably dropped about 15 in my career. So I probably dropped about 15 of the motherfuckers in my career. I don't know, but if I play receiver, I can catch. I'm phenomenal. I don't drop passes, but as a DB, it's tougher seeing that ball coming at you like that.
The deep ball that got tipped in the air by Xavier Lucas, and the ball literally falls through his arms behind him.
I think he was thinking about running.
But they're always thinking about running. All you selfish fucking DBs are always thinking about trying to score rather than catching the goddamn ball.
We don't get enough of these motherfucking opportunities. So when we do, we want to score a damn touchdown. You think about dodging him. I got to make this play spectacular because I don't get many opportunities to get my hands on the ball and then go score. Like, getting an interception is amazing, but you want to score because you get the fame, the glitz and glamour from getting in the end zone, baby.
You're a bunch of fucking divas, like receivers.
Pull off my helmet, let the fans see me do my 1-2. Come on, I gotta shine, baby.
That's why I say, like, when he made that play, I thought that was such a big play because it's like he not only hit the hole perfectly, caught it in stride, and he's gone. Like, it don't matter how fast Jeremiah Smith was, he wasn't catching him. Like, he wasn't catching him. I was just afraid that Deontay Smith started to jog and look over at the sideline, like he wanted to do some posing and stuff like that. But, you know, it's one of those things where Trinidad Chambliss is getting another one getting his dick sucked. He threw 4 passes right to Miami players. And if those are – so this is the guy that had 3 picks all year. Understand, from a perspective of people said, well, Miami only sacked him once. We had 4 dropped interceptions that happened because of that defensive line. That's happened because of these dudes. For what they did up front, maybe he's releasing it too earlier than he wants to. Maybe he sees something he doesn't see. Maybe he's confused on something. And here you go. Yes, this is the Nick Taylor who played at FIU, Bradenton Kane. Yes, this is. And so maybe you see this, and you're sitting here saying, "Shit, man!" Like it's. You at that point, you're sitting here saying Miami wins that game by at least 4 touchdowns if we have those 2 picks. Just 2 of them. Just those 2 pick sixes that were easy.
The running back or somebody went to the flats and he tried to throw the out to the guy behind him, and he just, who was that? 24? Was that him that dropped it over there? The one on the sideline.
It was 24. There was 24 who dropped it. And then there was the one that Jacoby Thomas dropped that were both.
Jacoby Thomas. I know Jacoby dropped that one, but the other one, he threw it to the sideline. And he should have just threw it to the guy in the flats, but I don't know what he tried to read. The over-under, and he threw it to the one behind. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, Chambliss. But he has potential. It's just like those were game-changing plays that could have flipped the script, like, tremendously. I saw, and after Beck started getting it going, he started making some good sound decisions, good plays, using his legs. If Beck could run a 4.7, he'll be dangerous.
Dude, Carson Beck made plays with his legs. He made plays with his arm. I'm so happy for Carson Beck from the perspective of all he's been is shit on all year. He gets shitted on every unfairly shit on, and he led Miami to 2 75-yard drives in the 4th quarter
when they needed it.
And yet we're gonna go into this game and the same fucking narrative is being pushed. Can you trust Carson Beck? The guy could literally fucking make water turn to wine and turn 1 fish into 5,000 fish and be the prophet and make women orgasm by just looking at them and he would still be questioned for his ability. This is a guy that a year ago before he got hurt was a projected number 1 overall pick and a Heisman candidate, but his fucking scrub ass receivers at Georgia couldn't catch. And yet, then he tried to become a hero at times. Certainly, it happens. He wasn't trying to be a hero against Louisville. We were at that game. He wasn't trying to be a hero versus SMU. I saw that game. Everyone saw that game. But yet the narrative gets spun in a way to degrade him and dismiss him as if he's not something. And by the way, Trinidad Chambliss is older than Carson Beck. So for all people that are talking about Beck is old as shit, Chambliss is older than him. And so back to the point was Indiana, I've dug in on their games. They played 9 bums. Like, we can call a spade a spade. They played 9 bums out of their 12 regular season games. 9. And Penn State is a bum, okay? You played Oregon. They're not a bum, but they're not what people think they are. I never thought they were. Because look at who Oregon's best win was. USC. You know who beat USC? Notre Dame. So... you know who beat? And then now you have the Notre Dame fans coming back with their crash. I just dropped a video on that stuff. I hope you enjoy that one and get your laugh on, because the crybaby session from when they found out they weren't making the playoffs was hilarious. And listen to Marcus Freeman lie to his players about how we don't know. I don't have the answers for you. I don't know why. No, you do know why. Head-to-head matters. And you're a football player, and you goddamn well know that. So, you look at the Oregon schedule. Their schedule was podunk, crap, cotton candy, garbage. They didn't play Ohio State. They didn't play. They didn't play. They didn't play Michigan, who was not that good. But they didn't play them.
I got a question. So, who do you think had a good schedule? Like, if I'm just
right now, counter. Miami just went through a 3-team gauntlet that no one thought they'd win one singular game. They won all three, and they dominated them physically. All three of them. All three of them.
I'm talking about regular season.
Okay, Notre Dame opening the season as an underdog on your home field, the team that went to the national championship. When they played fucking USF, USF's offense was humming. They're ranked 18th in the country. I think Byron Brown is the equivalent to Trinidad Chambliss. That was a hellified great offense, third in the country, held them to 12 points, dominated them physically, whooped their ass all over the field. Then you got the Florida State game, the Florida game, where, they didn't win on the field, but they gave everybody headaches this year for the most part. They gave almost everybody. Hell, they lost to Georgia by 4. They were beating Ole Miss on the road.
They were beating
in the fourth quarter. Like, this is the thing. Like, they beat Texas badly on their home field. These are the things that I'm talking about. And while I'm not going to sit here and say Florida was a great team, they weren't by any means.
But when you look at the perspective, when you deep dive into their scheduling and their wins, Texas, who everybody behold and love.
Yeah, they want to put Texas in the playoffs at 9-3 with a loss to Florida. And yet you do remember that this is still an in-state rival that has and on top of that, the game was 20-0 if they don't call that fucking 50-yard run back. That was a 20-0 game, which turned into 12-7, and then the referees nearly flipped that game upside down. I mean, I don't complain about referees all that much, but that officiating job that game was horrific. You're blowing a whistle when the guy is 7 yards past the line of scrimmage and no one's in front of him. You take away a touchdown. That's just despicable. You realistically could have sucked your whistle up and said, "Nah." The DB kept chasing him.
Miami didn't lose to two bums. They didn't
lose to two. He's trolling.
Okay.
He's trolling. Okay. And they didn't lose to two bums. They lost to 2 9-4 teams. And in fact, Louisville was 7-1 in the first CFP. So, and ranked 15th. And SMU up until the week before the conference championship was with a win would have been playing for the conference championship and probably would have been in the playoffs too.
Yes.
But I still think Miami makes the playoffs even with SMU. And then finally, FSU. FSU's coming off putting up 700 yards a game. I don't care who it's against. You put up 770 yards of offense, and their offense is moving, and they beat the hell out of Bama. And they had lost to Virginia, which kind of fucked everything up a little bit because I wanted that undefeated matchup. But Miami was beating the doors off their ass in Tallahassee and literally made them quit the rest of their season. That game was 28-3. The game was fucking over. We all know what happened. And that's when Miami's ego got a little bit big. And I think Mario Cristobal did not help these guys at the time by turning the offense off, turning the defense off, and allowed FSU to get back in. He allowed bad habits to creep in at that time. That was on Mario, in my opinion. That's my opinion. And that's Mario. And by the way, I think SMU and Louisville could both beat Oregon. They wouldn't beat Indiana or Ohio State, but they could. But hell, they beat us. So on any given day, they could actually because they proved it by beating us. And I'm not going to take it away from them. They did their job. I don't think Hurricane fans did their job at the Louisville game when you walk in there and there's 30,000 people on a Friday night, and yet someone's saying, "Oh, he sold 57,000 some odds." We didn't even sell the game out on a Friday night against a 4-1 ACC, opponent.
Friday night in Miami.
But you know what? I don't want to hear it. You're at home. You're undefeated. You're ranked second in the country, and you can't sell your building out. And the game starts, and there's 30,000 people there. Like, that's dog shit. And then you have watching motherfuckers walk out with 8 minutes to go after the interception by Beck on 4th and 4, and he throws it up in the air because the reality was his left guard whiffed on a block. But people forget that. But, going back to it, Indiana has not faced a real pass rush all year. That was the point to get to. Indiana has not faced a pass rush all year. Oregon's got no pass rush. Alabama has no pass rush. Even though they sacked him twice, in the first 2 plays, I think it was, of that game.
Yeah.
They have no pass rush. You go through all the Big Ten teams in the country, they have no pass rush. Ohio State's pass rush is mediocre. In fact, that's the best pass rush they faced all year. All year.
13.
So if I tell you right now, the sacks amount from all the real teams they played, not the freaking podunks. Illinois, 29 sacks. Iowa, who shut them down, 26 sacks. Oregon, 30 sacks. You played them twice. Then no pass rush. Michigan State, 22 sacks. UCLA, 10 sacks all year. Maryland, 27. Penn State, 32. Again, another team that made it really, really difficult. 32. Wisconsin, 32. Ohio State, 35. Alabama, 33. Miami's got damn near 50 sacks. Miami puts pressure on the quarterback relentlessly. And even if they don't fucking get his ass, if they hurry his ass, you can see throws like the Trinidad Chambliss throw. And you have his, and Nick.
Yeah.
What's your toughest matchup as a defensive back when you're playing somebody? I'm asking you because I have no idea what your answer is going to be, but I think I know what it will be. But you tell me what your toughest matchup is against a wide receiver. You're 5'9", 195. Just people that you know that.
I hate the quick ones, man. I like big people. I like covering big receivers. The quicker ones that got the tat.
You didn't answer. You didn't answer the way I expected. I remember the one guy who caught multiple touchdowns over your head. Why? Because he had 5 inches on you.
Yeah. But I felt like that was more luck than that was supposed to happen. I prefer bigger receivers because I like playing a physical game, preferably for me. But for the most part,
physical game. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
For most part, you have DBs who are smaller. The tougher ones will be the bigger guys because it's just a throw it up game for the most part. Body position, throw it up. So you got to beat them. You got to beat them with your feet. Everything got to beat them with body position. Your feet quicker than them, things of that nature. But when that ball get in the air, is my job is say, hey, you could jump up higher than me, but you have to come down and land with the ball in your hand when you come to the ground. So you can jump in the air and I can still punch it out and things of that nature. But that is a tough matchup. Preferably me, I can't stand them little quick.
So Tony. you would love to cover Malachi Tony. Now,
because he different things because he don't also get it off routes. He gets it with screens and big ass 300-pounders are coming tumbling towards me and things of that nature.
His 36-yard screen touchdown, no one laid a block on anybody for CJ Daniels at the end. None of the linemen blocked anybody. They were literally in the way. They were in the way.
He was gone before.
He was like this.
He was gone. And when they talk about hold on, let's go. I hate to bring it here. You know what I'm about to say though. You know what did we argue for an hour the last live about? About Malachi Tony. You can replace him with any receiver, and you will be the same team.
That wasn't us. That was the geniuses.
I know. I say, what did we argue for an hour with somebody else for an hour?
Miami would still be in the playoffs without Malachi Tony.
You're out your mind. You can replace him with anybody else.
Miami would have been 8-4 at best without Malachi.
I don't know if there's any player in the country you can replace him with, and I'm talking about Jeremiah Smith and all. I don't think there's any player you can replace him with because Smith doesn't do the same things Tony does. He's more on the inside. He's catching screens, and he's just when he get that ball in his hand, it's amazing to see. He's a baby too out there. Oh my gosh.
What I was going to say specifically was when your offensive line in the CFL and you average 330 across the line. And you're playing a bunch of dudes that are 275.
Yeah.
And you're an O lineman. How do you look at that matchup?
Let's pound it. Let's go.
How do you look at that team? Like, how do you view them? Like, I'm a 6'6", 6'7", 330-pound dude, and the guy in front of me is 260.
They're too small.
If I get my hands on you, you're dead.
It's over. There's nothing you can do. You have to make moves around me. You have to get out my way. I'm coming. I'm a train.
And Miami runs duo a lot, so they're double teaming these guys in the inside.
You can't. You
tight end blocks. and you watch the plays and you watch how it's like you got
It's
6'6",
it's a
330 and 6'9", 6'5", 320, and they're hitting you at the same damn time.
and
And
then they
6'6",
move on to the next,
350,
and then they move on to
and
the
they're moving on
linebacker.
to the next guy after that. And you're watching the linebackers trying to find the guy. And then once Fletcher gets behind in front of them, they literally just shove his ass forward and
That
just
was
keep pushing forward. If I've never seen a disparity like this. 53 pounds on average per man across that line. Markel Bell is 6'9". He's listed at 340, 345. If that dude is 345, I'm 290 because that dude looks like he's about 370. He's massive. I've been in the room with that dude. He is a mountain. Inez Cooper is a mountain. Maui Ngoa, I don't know how they have him as 315. That dude is a monster. 6'6", he got to be 335. Like, I think their weights are undervalued. They have a line that's only bigger. The only line bigger than them is probably the Philadelphia Eagles. And you're talking about you're going up man on man, and you just watched Miami cave in the defensive line of the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm not worried about Mississippi Ole Miss because we expected that.
yeah,
But even though that was still impressive, 41 plus minutes of possession, and then even against A&M, just ran the ball down the field, down up their ass. But the Ohio State game specifically, and Ohio State's defensive line is bigger than Indiana's, and you could do all the stunting in the world you want. If I'm running the football, your stunts, that only matters in pass rush to me.
So you say you only lose this game if Dawson fuck it up?
If you there's two ways to lose. You don't play clean, which means you commit a whole bunch of dumb fucking penalties, pre-snap penalties. I mean, you remove the pre-snap penalties against Ole Miss, Miami wins by 3 touchdowns. And that's not even including the freaking interceptions that got dropped. And you don't do that gimmicky dumb shit that allows those silly stunts to work. Because the only gimmick play I would want to see and call it a gimmick would be the end around. That's it.
Okay.
I don't want to see any more of that flea flicker shit, QB throwback, double pass. Like, and if you're going to run it, you got to run it. Like, Nick, you don't run the flea flicker at the 34-yard line. You run it at the 50 or the 40 of the other side so you have space.
Yeah.
They ran it to 34-yard after running the ball for 20 yards. Like, what are you doing, sir? And people got mad at the criticism of that, but it's like, dude, what are you doing right there? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Because it's a long developing play, so you want to have long developing routes for the most part. You know, for the most part.
I mean, I'm not running a flea flicker to throw a 10-yard out.
No.
But yeah, this game is decided in 2 spots. The line. Here's the thing I'm going to say again that I just can't believe. Like, I asked you this a few weeks back. Have you ever heard? I think I asked it to you. Have you ever heard people say that someone has the better O-line and D-line and then pick them to lose?
That's rare.
That's literally what happened against Ohio State. Everybody picked Ohio State, and they're doing the same shit with Indiana. And everyone knows Miami's better up front on both sides of the ball. Oh, but Indiana plays a clean game. They don't commit penalties. They don't do this. They don't throw picks. Well, until Mendoza throws a pick at his own 20 against Ohio State that gives them a touchdown, or throws a pick 6 against Oregon in their first game that makes it a 20-20 game in the fourth quarter. Oh, you didn't see those games, right? Or the fact that Beck throws it at a higher completion rate than Mendoza. I know you've thrown less picks. Great. Congrats. Let's stop acting like Carson Beck is throwing a pick every 3rd pass. He's throwing 1 pick every 40 passes. No, and Mendoza's throwing 1 pick every 58 passes. What?
I mean, Mendoza's hot right now. 8 touchdowns to 5 incompletions.
He's throwing the ball 20 fucking times.
That's still an impressive number. I don't care who the hell you are. Rudy, 8 touchdowns to 5 incompletions. That's impressive.
That means you're throwing the ball in the red zone. You're throwing the ball in the red zone. You're throwing the ball in the red zone when you got 2,000-yard backs.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna go look again at these incredible lengthy touchdown passes that he's thrown.
He had the 1 over route for sure. That was the post route.
All right, let's see here. A 21-yard touchdown pass, a 24-yard touchdown pass.
He was throwing some.
That was it. That was against Alabama. So a 24 and a 21-yard touchdown pass, and a 1-yard pass. So you got a 1-yard lengthy touchdown pass against
24 and
Alabama.
21 were nice.
Great. Okay. And in that game, he threw for 200. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I want to compare it because Beck threw for 268 and they act like he didn't play well again. There's people that are still questioning him. Mendoza threw for 192 against Alabama. Like, let's not act like he was 14 to 16.
He had to throw for 200 yards.
He threw for 200 yards, bro, and they rushed the ball for 215. Yeah. So how'd they win the game? They ran the ball. They won the game. They won the game. They won the game running the football. Mm-hmm. Oregon, he was 17 to 20, 5 touchdowns. Great. Okay, 20. Okay, pick 6, 8-yard pass, 36-yard pass to Becker, 2-yard pass, 13-yard pass, 3-yard pass. I mean, he's got the one for 36. I mean, Beck had one for 50. And you know what they did? They criticized him for it. Oh, that was easy. He was open. You know that Marion didn't break stride on that pass. Marion did not break stride on that pass. And there was another one that Beck threw in that game, if I recall correctly, that went right into our guy's arms and was dropped. If I recall correctly, he had another deep ball that was right there. That was just a good. I think it was a good play by the. If I remember, defender made a great play on it, and it was a perfectly thrown ball. Like, you couldn't. No, Alex Bauman. It's in his goddamn hands. Catch it. Catch it. Like, I can't make you catch it too. So I'm not going to get up and jump up and down and hear about how amazing Mendoza is. This is a guy that we saw play last year. He played for Cal. He played well. We've seen him play. We've competed against him. We know what he can do.
Hometown kid.
I'm very sorry, Dina. I don't know what crude analogy I made. Did I say a woman orgasm? Was that the crude analogy you didn't like? I apologize, but this is a sports show. I'm crude. I'm sorry. I'm crude. I could have said a man orgasm if you wanted to. I mean, that would have been better. But, like, Mendoza throws for 177 and 192, and these people are sitting here acting like he's God.
It's because of the 8 touchdowns to 5 incompletions, really.
So what? What does that matter?
What
does that matter?
Man. I'm just telling you what the people are thinking.
Was Carson? Who was
if Carson Beck had 8 touchdowns to 5 incompletions,
they would still tell you right now that they don't trust him. They would still nationally say he can still throw 4 picks. They would still say that because that's all because Carson Beck just played his best game of the season, or one of them. I mean, completion-wise, he only completed 62% of his passes. Mm-hmm. But in the crunch time, in clutch
moments,
he was the best player on the field. Like, he was the best player on the field. This guy was responsible for everything in the fourth quarter. He was in.
I agree.
And yet the day after, it's, well, he made some bad throws early on,
He righted the ship though, man. And me, I don't get these coaches, man. Gets the ball back with 3.5 minutes, whatnot it was. And these teams just sit back and let the team drive the ball up the field. You go and prevent defense. I made a post about this. Like, if I'm a coach in that situation, I'm 0 blitzing or +1 blitzing. If anybody don't know what that means I'm sending more people than y'all can pick up. The quarterback is responsible for the blitzer. He got to get the ball out before the blitzer get there, unless y'all sits back extra protection. And I'm making you make a play. Either we're going to force a turnover, or you're going to hurry up and rush down the field and score a touchdown quickly. And then my offense, who has been moving the ball in the fourth quarter, is going to get a chance to, with more than damn 20 seconds left on the clock, to go move the ball down the field. I don't get these coordinators in these situations of, I'm going to call it what it is, hoeing up. But
are you talking about Ole Miss?
Ole Miss. And I seen it also with Carolina over the weekend against Stafford.
Oh. Well, let me ask you a question. What exactly are you supposed to do when that's what your offense has been all year? That's the problem. When you run that tempo garbage,
Yeah.
you don't know how to do anything else. And their running
But
back, Lacey, was honestly compromised. His hamstring was jacked.
but I'm saying as a defensive coordinator, I'm giving Chambliss the ball back with more. If it's either he's gonna get the ball back and we know we got to score, or we're gonna force a turnover and we win the game. It's either way. But I'm not letting you pound out the clock the whole time for 3 minutes and let Beck do whatever the hell he wants.
You thought Miami pounded out the clock?
They had the ball they had the ball for 2 minutes and 55 seconds on that last possession.
Yeah, and they threw the ball, I think, 13 times.
Yeah, but it was like 5 yards, 7 yards, a 14-yarder, things of that nature.
And there was a bunch of incompletes in there. But
you're gonna hit me with a big play.
But what exactly were they supposed to do? In your opinion?
Ole Miss. I'm turning on the heat. We're blitzing.
They did.
We're coming with zero.
They blitzed them the whole game.
Zero blitz every play. You're going to score really fast.
You're going to get beat deep, probably.
So that's what I'm saying. And then guess what? We're going to have the ball last when my offense been moving the ball. I'd rather have the ball last with my top quarterback than have the ball with my quarterback.
Well, there's no guarantee that you're going to score.
No, there's no guarantee, but I'd rather lose the ball, lose that way than we run out of time. You get what I'm saying on that?
Do you think that Miami's dropping 15 guys into the end zone?
I'm not saying that, but they were successful in the fourth quarter moving the ball.
They were because Miami was back down to 2 freshman cornerbacks, and guys were probably tired, but they also dropped these dudes way too far back. Like I didn't understand why Hetherman dropped these guys so far back. Like everybody's dropped back, to the point where even that, the way they approached that didn't make a lot of sense to me because first of all, they need a touchdown. So
yeah,
you keep your safeties back, but I'm not dropping 7 dudes back and only rushing, or 8 dudes back and rushing 3. Like I don't understand that.
They force you.
I know, and I hate it. I think it's prevent. Usually Dolphins style prevents you from winning. Back in the way I grew up.
But your safety, I think, was in the middle. I was running 8, so you had 3 safeties back. So he's right there in the middle of the field. He lets a freaking glance route come right in front of his face.
Yeah, and it's like, why are you letting that happen? Like that.
Like it's the middleman. You kind of are free to make a play.
And everyone crying for pass interference. Man, blow me with that crap, man. They had a PI called on a slant pattern where the ball was thrown into the dirt. And they called the PI.
It was still a pass. It was a pass.
It was, and I've heard quarterbacks. I've had quarterbacks I've seen her say, "You don't call that. That's not PI."
No, you call that. Really,
no,
you call that. If he doesn't grab him, I get what you're saying. But if you don't grab him, I'm a DB. If you don't grab him, he makes it. He makes that catch, or he has a chance.
Thrown to the ground. He would never had a chance in shit to catch it. But again, I thought they were giving them dude. They were giving freaking Ole Miss all kinds of opportunities. Ruben Bain was being tackled the whole game. Like, we need to stop the cap and not act like this guy wasn't being literally grabbed around the throat all game long by that left tackle. He was being held the whole game.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
And I'm not going to grab. And Miami had 2 major PIs that weren't called the other direction on deep balls, where their DB was literally wrapped 2 arms around our dude. First it was Keelan Marion. First it was CJ Downs, then one was Keelan Marion. And then they were late on calling that one on Keelan Marion, where the dude grabs his freaking face mask and turns it around. It's like they waited to call it.
They had to make sure it was the face mask.
But isn't that just PI? Is it really a face mask, or is it just PI?
No, it's
PI still.
PI, it's the same. PI.
It's PI face mask. Because it was a PI. And it's like you're waiting to throw the flag. Like, what are you waiting on? You didn't see his
making sure, Rudy. Making sure that was his head that got twisted.
Not his leg.
Because it wasn't. I'm just saying, because it was a back shoulder throw, so it is a kind of a tough one to judge.
I'm not mourning for them and not having a PI called. I couldn't.
Of course not. Why would you?
I'm not, because you know what? On every jump ball, there's usually PI. On every Hail Mary, there's usually PI. I've seen guys get completely 2 hands shoved in the back, and they don't call it.
But that was more one-on-one. That wasn't like.
And you know what? They were both grabbing each other. So stop crying.
No, he did push off a little bit at the beginning.
The wide receiver had his freaking hand under his freaking jaw, and yes, dude had his freaking hand in his freaking.
At the end of the day, if he did call it, he goes to the 20-yard line.
It still doesn't guarantee you're winning, and he threw the ball out of bounds. Threw the ball, landed out of bounds.
He could have caught that in bounds.
We're done.
He could have caught it. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Miami needs to work on last second freaking Hail Marys because they still ain't learned from last year. How to deal with a Hail Mary.
That damn. Well, Virginia Tech.
Yeah. Knock it. Just knock it. But again, it's because you allowed them to get 50 yards on 2 plays. You turned it into an actual pass, not just a heave. But no, what do you so no, am I worried about Indiana? I'm really not. I'm more worried about Miami not making mistakes because that's where my worry isn't on Indiana or anything that they can do. Because if you're telling me Iowa can stop that offense and Penn State can stop that offense and Ohio State stop that offense, why the hell can't Miami stop that? I look at Indiana and Ohio State as basically the same damn team.
Indiana has a good defense.
And Ohio State the number 1 defense in the country. Ohio State the number 1 defense in the country. Like, so what are we talking about? Yes, they have a good defense. That team is the same team. They're the same team.
I'm just saying this should be
with a smaller D line.
This should be a good
and yeah, they get and Indiana does have the best pass rush that Miami has seen besides Texas A&M. They have 45 sacks. But when I read you these numbers and I tell you how many sacks these teams have had, none of these teams have the pass rush. So Fernando Mendoza has never been running for his life. He's never been running for his life. You stop the run, you put pressure on Mendoza, you win the game. And obviously you control on offense, you run the ball, 150 plus, you win the game. And I don't see why that doesn't happen. I'm in my home building. Stop. These Indiana people saying, we're going to have 70%. No, the freaking hell you're not. You got 20,000 tickets. We got 20,000 tickets. The rest of that crap is corporate garbage. And whoever buys that, I'm sorry, unless the Indian people are selling their houses to buy flights that are costing almost $1,000 a ticket, plus a $3,000 to $5,000 ticket to sit in the roof. That's where I'm sitting.
And then Airbnb.
And then the hotels and however it's costing this much. I mean, if they're paying 50 G's to come down here for the weekend, but we're still going to have 70% of that building. I don't give a darn what they think. I've been in the national championship in the home stadium, and we played in Nebraska. We had 70% of that building. When we played in Nebraska in 91, we had 70% of the building. When we played Oklahoma in 87, 70% of the building. In 83, 70% of the building. Now, I think the ticket prices are disgusting, but,
Yeah, I'll be at home.
I'll be in the building. I didn't get credentialed, though, so that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
I got credentialed for the game, for the press conference stuff in Miami Beach Convention Center, but I didn't get credentialed. A lot of people that I know, some people I know did, and I mean, it's really bogus because they're giving credentials to people that don't cover Miami. They just cover college football. They don't cover Indiana. They don't cover Miami. They just cover college football, these national podcasts and stuff like that. And I know local guys that have gotten them as well. And I'm cool with that. They've been doing this for a very, very long time. I know a guy that's been covering Miami for 30 years who didn't get credentialed.
Dang.
Like he's 30 years but he doesn't have a platform that's very, very large anymore.
Okay.
He's on the radio. Now he's got his own little podcast. I mean, I get one video that draws more than his does, and I've been not as long as he has.
Yeah.
But it is tougher to get credentials for this. My parking pass $400. The tickets $475 a pop. I got them face value. Everyone on the Hurricanes groups that are crying about this stuff. I'm gonna be real with you, man. I love y'all, but I don't feel any pity for you. I may, and you may not like it, but if you're in the Hurricane Club and you're and season ticket holder, you got an email on December 8th. You literally were told before the playoffs began, you can pick your games, and you will not be charged until we get to that point. Yeah. So if we don't get to that point, you will not be charged. It literally is written on there. So if you decided that you didn't believe that Miami Hurricanes get to the national championship, you still should have put in for your 4 to 6 tickets. If you had, you would have gotten. I had my tickets confirmed within 20 minutes of Miami beating Ole Miss, within 20 minutes. Yeah. And so all the complaining and all the, it's all here. So they sent them out today, and all the complaining about it. It's like you chose to not grab the ticket. Like that's illogical. Why didn't you say yes? And then on top of that, on Friday, so we won Thursday. On Friday, they emailed again, or Friday after the game, it said you'll be billed on January 12th.
Yeah.
So you can fix whatever credit card you have on file. If you don't have enough money on there, put with the right credit card on there. Because God forbid you have the wrong credit card, they can't process it. They might just dump you and move it to somebody else,
Of course.
which is possible. And so I just don't like these groups are going crazy, and then people want to go tailgate without a ticket and are complaining because you're not allowed. They're not going to let you tailgate without a ticket. Yeah, you want to know why? Because I just paid $4 for a freaking parking pass because you bought them all because you didn't have money for a ticket.
Yeah.
Go to a damn bar. There's a billion freaking watch parties all over this. I get it. You'll want to be at the stadium. I get it.
Yeah. No, not that bad.
I want to get home. I want to get home before 5 a.m.
Hey, good luck.
Because you know what's going to happen should Miami win.
Oh,
man. These people without tickets who are
going to be there all night.
They're never going to leave.
They're never going to leave.
Unless they get arrested, they're never going to leave.
Unless they get.
They're going to have to be brought up in paddy wagons. Like, you're just, I mean, I know we'll be there for a while, but I remember when the Miami Heat won in 2006, and I went to the arena with my buddy to watch it on TV at the arena because it was Game 6 in Dallas. And we're watching it in the arena, and we win. We go outside to one of the parking lots that no longer exists anymore because they built all these buildings down on every parking lot. I didn't leave that parking lot for 2.5 hours. And imagine having to drop a deuce and you can't leave the parking lot. Like you're sitting here like, what the hell? Will people start moving? And that's when the people who don't know sports start bringing out pots and pans and start doing that dumb shit. Yes, dumb shit. But they're having fun. People have never watched a basketball game or a football game or a hockey game before. Doink, 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 doink. Who do you got? So, yes, to me, it's real simple. And Indiana has not faced the competition that Miami's just gone through just to get to this point. Miami's played 4 teams better than Oregon, in my opinion. And Ohio State's a common opponent. And I thought Miami I watched both games. I thought Miami was more dominant in that game. Ohio State misses a 27-yard field goal. That would have pushed the game potentially to overtime. Ryan Day goes for 4th and 1 from the 5-yard line when he could have tied the game. I mean, and I just find it funny that going into that game, Ohio State was this. Most people thought Ohio State was going to win easily, and
best team in the world,
and they were the best team on the planet. And then Indiana wins, and now you're hearing podcasts and national media pundits saying Indiana's been the best team in the country all season long.
Oh yeah.
You mean until like December? What? Since December 8th? When was that? When you were voting in Ohio State as the number one team?
Number one team.
What was that in the CFP? Voting the number one for the entirety of the CFP. They don't even make sense. So tell me, what do you think's going to happen in this game, Nick?
What I said last game, I was totally wrong. I picked Miami 31-14, huh?
I mean, that wasn't wrong. You got 31.
Damn, I got 31 right, huh?
31-27.
I
mean, if it was the ball, it would have been worse.
I think, Malachi Tony has
whatever you feel, man. It's okay.
No. Malachi Tony has another big game. I think this game close, Rudy. It's close. It's at home. It's close.
You too?
27-24.
Points, man.
27-24. Miami.
So you're taking the over.
The over.
And 27 points that by the way, Indiana's not giving up 27 points all season.
They haven't given
just like Ohio State, not giving up more than 16 points all year.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Big games. Miami got the home crowd. Home crowd carried them to the win, man. Rise off into the sunset unless he wants to come back for a 7th year. That's eligibility. People can find it somewhere somehow nowadays. You know
that one of Indiana's starting running backs is a 7th-year senior.
COVID injury.
I don't know what you got left, bro.
COVID injury.
Probably the COVID year because he came in in 18.
Did your tight end finally leave?
He was horrible, man. That guy stunk. Yeah, he's gone. He was like an 8th or 9th year tight end.
Got 9 years.
That guy should have graduated a doctor.
How you lead? You lead.
This guy is a player. This guy is a 960-yard running back. They got 2,000-yard backs. He's one of them.
Yeah.
And he's a 7th-year player. So I presume he has a COVID year, a redshirt freshman year,
and an injury,
probably a medical year, or maybe a medical year, and then maybe a grad transfer year, or something like that.
So you're telling me he possibly could have one more year?
So my question, and this is where I'll also hit. I mean, I did a video where people from Indiana, of course, got triggered because it's becoming so easy to trigger folks, and just like you forget that you can also be honest that you have a lot of dudes that are older, and it's okay because that's the rule. I'm not hating the game. I'm not hating the player. I'm hating the game. I hate it. And I was honest about it. Carson Beck should not be in college anymore. Like, he shouldn't be.
Well, he got his. Well, he had a red shirt.
He got a COVID and a medical. He had a red shirt. He had a red shirt, and then a medical. He never had or a red shirt and a grad transfer year. I'm not sure either.
COVID and a grad transfer.
Yeah, because he didn't play his first year. He's sad. So I'm not sure. I don't know. We got 3 dudes on 6 years. We got him, we got CJ Daniels, and we got Akeem Mesdor. Those are all 6-year guys.
Yeah. I mean,
Mesdor
now, man.
Mesdor had an injury where he didn't play. CJ Daniels had an injury. So I'm not sure. I think maybe they had medical and grad transfer years. So
I'm not mad at Cignetti for building his team like this. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm at fucking Indiana, not known for football. I brought my players from JMU. Yeah, they're older, but nobody wanted these players.
But again, I'm not saying that it's a problem. I'm saying that let's not act like he's growing a team with a bunch of 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds. He's growing it with grown fucking men.
Yeah.
They're grown men. And consider the fact that Malachi Tony was 17 in September.
and he's still the best player on the field.
On the field?
That's crazy.
He's the best blocker on the field. He's the best player on the field.
Why are they inserting the smallest guy to block, to kick out on DNs and linebackers and insert into the B gap to pick up? That's crazy.
Because he has no fear, Nick.
That's special. That's special, Rudy.
And he's blocking.
I saw that a couple times, but I know you were live, so I didn't write you. I was like, yo, are you watching him? Yeah. Are you watching what number 10 is doing?
They don't know. They don't even see it.
He's like 175, 180.
He's so goddamn small.
That's hard, man. That's hard.
He's so small.
Some people just got hard.
You know,
oh, he looks 5'7", 5'8".
He's small. I've been in the room and he's small. He's TY size. He weighs more than TY, but he's TY's height.
Mm.
Yeah, he's small. And it's, you know what's funny? One of the previews I heard, Malachi Tony's been fumbling the ball too, Like, you guys are looking for anything, man. But when Mendoza fumbled the ball back into his own arms against Oregon, you said nothing, right? When Mendoza threw a pick 6 against Oregon, you said nothing, right? When he throws the pick against Ohio State, you said nothing, right? Come on, man.
What we talking about? Texas A&M and Ohio State game, right?
What?
Those 2 fumbles.
It was Texas A&M. He fumbled, and Ohio State he fumbled twice, and came right back.
Got it back.
Came right back to him. He didn't fumble against Ole Miss.
It couldn't even touch him. He couldn't. Rudy, let's talk about that catch. I'm sorry. Let's before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not the best catch you've ever seen?
It was
top 5.
It was pretty outstanding.
Oh my God. Like, I didn't know what happened until I saw the replay.
He went up with the opposite hand, in fact, because I thought he's going the other direction, and he's brought
it back to the other hand. That's special. And he gets his foot in. And he almost got his foot in. Oh my gosh.
You know what my frustration about that play was? It's not that it was ruled an incomplete pass, because it was. Like, that's the rule. Is that there's people like Chad Johnson and Shannon Sharp on Nightcap saying that's a catch.
No, it's not a catch. It's just an amazing play.
No, they're literally trying to argue and I'm listening
That's
to like,
Hill. That's Hill. What was it? Hill that guy?
I'm sitting here and I'm listening to guys that play professional football trying to argue that he got his toe down first. That's not the rule, dummies.
No,
The rule is that's not a toe touch. A toe touch
no.
is what Omar, whatever his name is, for Indiana did in the end
I guess
zone
that's it.
against
Yeah, that's
Penn
it.
State. That was he got his toe down, but if you just hopped off of his toe, then that's a
Yeah,
catch.
yeah,
But
exactly.
his heel came down. That
Everything came down.
yeah, like this has been the rule. Why are former professional athletes trying to argue that that's a catch?
He got that down. He got that down by like a millisecond before the whole. No, that's not how it goes.
Oh, that junk was crazy. Like that catch was
I don't
insane.
care. I don't care. That's one of the best. That's one of the best catches I ever see. Because you're going one way, you
Wait,
catch it
he's
with
going
one
that
hand,
way and he catches it with
you
his
catch
arm.
and bring it back to the other arm.
That was ridiculous.
And you're 5'3", and you're jumping in the air and catching. Hey,
So
that was special.
yeah,
And then Rudy, he gets a 3-yard out or whatever whatnot. He's tackled.
he breaks
this
that
tackle.
That guy's wrapped
so
around his
far.
arm like that.
He catches himself from going on the ground because anything touches, you're down, and gets the first down on one of the big. That's a big. That's
Yeah, they would be kicking a field goal probably instead.
oh my!
It's for a touchdown that possession.
I'm a believer, man. That kid's. I like him.
So, I'll give my prediction on Friday.
All right,
Obviously, I think Miami's gonna win, but I give my score on Friday, and I'll give my complete breakdown on Friday, and I'll have some more stuff before then.
I got a feeling you're going about 24-10. Don't you can save it, but I'll wait.
I think it's gonna be a very good game. Like I think it's gonna be a fight.
Okay.
But there's just no way these guys are gonna have gone through what they've gone through and lose now. There's no way. There's just no way. And there's a story within a story that people aren't talking about all that much. Corey Hetherman was Curt Cignetti's defensive coordinator at James Madison. So the Miami DC was the DC at James Madison under Cignetti, and Mike Shanahan was the OC under Cignetti at James Madison, and they coached with each other. So Cignetti knows Hetherman. He's raved about him. Shanahan knows Hetherman. This is going to be the ultimate chess match. Because these guys' tendencies because you coached with them for so long.
Yeah, practice every day.
Like, bro, they're gonna have this is gonna be the ultimate chess match. I mean, this is
the code word. So Indiana's switching up words that they'll normally say because he understands it. He's telling his team, hey, they say this and this and this. This is what this means.
This is gonna be this is the game within the game, and I think it's so cool. Like there are people that are worried about this guy that was at Miami all year, Brock Schott, who transferred to Indiana in the portal already, and he's already at Indiana. And people saying, well, he's probably telling them everything. Yeah, and so
let's stop it.
You want to know what I got? You know what I got up front? I got 345, 325, 305, 350, and 340 on the front line. I don't care if you know everything I'm gonna do. Are you really going to bring up 8 guys into the box? Because if
most players don't, but you don't know. Like even when I went to Calgary and they were asking me about
Nick, but he was in Miami in December.
No, I get it.
He was in December. He just transferred like a week and a half ago.
What is going on with college football? Can we fix this?
You shouldn't even allow him on your campus until after.
Can we fix this, man?
There's
some things that just don't make sense. Like, okay, it's right in your face. Like, don't make sense. Like, I can see if we found loopholes, but there are no loopholes. These are just holes. They're just holes, and we're so smart that we're dumb that we can't fix the simple things about college football to maintain the self-righteousness. I guess nobody has that, or dignity,
the purity
of the league. I guess whatever. Who cares?
Who is it?
Royal Rumble out there. It's Royal Rumble out there.
The Hurricanes offered Ty Simpson reportedly $6.5 million to leave the draft and come to Miami for next year. The
Ty
Alabama
Simpson that
quarterback.
plays at Alabama.
Alabama, yeah, he's in the draft because they took Cam Ward from the draft. They took Beck from the draft.
Better
So
off
and,
rolling
and
OJ
apparently
Simpson out the dirt and getting him.
and apparently I'll tell you what, he actually fits because he's actually he fits what we do, but at the same time he's sitting here saying it would be wrong of me to do it because of what I built at Alabama. The hell did you build 11-14? You were a bench warmer for 4 years.
He played 1 year.
You
Let
were
that kid have
11-4. You were 11-4. They don't even
let that kid have some morals, man. Have some self-dignity about his college football.
It won't be a first-round pick. God, oh my Jesus!
It was just a first round. It was just a first round pick a month ago.
A month ago, not anymore. I think I don't know what Miami's going to do there in terms of quarterback for next year, but who knows? Maybe
Who's your backup?
Maybe Malachi Tune becomes the quarterback next year. The backup is Emory Williams.
Okay,
and the other backup is Luke Nickel, and then we got Coleman coming in from Orlando Jones.
Okay.
So I don't know what they're gonna do right now. I don't know. I really don't know. Like it's all up in the air at this point. Again, today's the 14th. There could be someone that comes out by the 16th. This is the difference between last year to this year with only having one transfer portal window, is that you're not gonna have another chance to go grab somebody later on. So you need to get it done now. Let's move on, man. So Nick has Miami 27-24 over the Indiana Hoosiers. And yes, when the parade is, I don't know where they're gonna have the parade, but God, I will be at that parade. Like that parade, I ain't missing.
Usually like 2 days after.
It's Wednesday or Thursday, so I'm literally working my schedule that week around this parade because my kids are not gonna go to school that day. Like they're not going to school. We're going to the parade.
Yeah. Rudy, I ain't drinking alcohol no more, man.
Jake, you're always scared, Jake. Stop being scared. You're always scared. Stop being scared, man. All right, let's jump in.
We got this, man.
NFL playoffs. We got Buffalo finding a way to get it done against Jacksonville. We got the Chicago Bears with the most epic comeback on the face of planet Earth that I literally left to go to dinner with Gabby because the game was over at halftime.
It was over. I didn't watch this shit. The crazy part is, though, in my mind, I said, the Bears do this all the time. I said, I should tune in. But I said, nah, they're dead today. They ain't got it.
Yeah.
And but in the back of my mind, I said, nah, they have done this throughout the season. Let me tune in. And I did not until I checked back the score. One of those situations, you're looking back and you see the game is close. I said, okay. Caleb Williams again.
I didn't look at the score. I walked into an ice cream shop at like 12 after dinner, 11:30, 12 o'clock. And I shit you not. They're coming off the field and the Bears are celebrating. Like, I talked to the guy, did the Bears just win? What?
Celebrating a loss? What is that celebrating?
Oh my God. Like, they're celebrating, and the guy tells me, yo, they came back and won that game. I'm like, what? And then apparently,
was good.
Did Green Bay miss a field goal in the fourth quarter?
Missed a field goal, missed the extra point, missed another one.
Like, so you got the Bears with that crazy comeback. You got the Niners. They won over Philly Philly.
Beat my champions out the West, out the NFC.
Yeah, they beat them in Philly. And then who was the other one? Carolina gives it away against the Rams.
Oh,
they gave that
Bryce
away.
Young battle back, and they just.
And then who was the final one? The Texans. The Texans crushed Pittsburgh.
But it was close the whole game. It was 7-6.
Yeah, it was 10-6 in the second half and
7-6 at that, Rudy.
Oh, what in the second half?
The fourth quarter.
It was 7-6?
Man.
Okay, all right. And then the Chargers get beat down by the Patriots. Am I missing a game?
That's it right
That's
there.
it. That's it. So, what were your thoughts? What did you take away from that this weekend of NFL football?
I think if you were betting on football this week and you got mad that a team lost, you're a degenerate. You're a fucking degenerate because this is one of the most even playoffs or parity in playoffs that we've seen in a long time. There's no clear cut teams favorites in the NFL right now. Even the number one seed, Denver, they have holes. They have a quarterback that people don't trust. In the NFC, you got Sam Darnold. People think that he's not ready for big games, big moments. He had a little, ending to the season where he proved a comeback here and there. But for the most part, Rudy, this is one of the most even playoffs that you will ever find. And Josh Allen, I think you look at him, you're like, hey, he's the best. He's the best player left in football. Rudy, he has to go on the road 3 times to get to the Super Bowl. I don't think anybody's done that since what? Eli Manning? That's what he'll have to accomplish. And when Eli did it, his defense was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
If Josh Allen do it, he has to be fantastic for them to get it done. So I just it's a real even field. You have the Patriots who have a really good team, young quarterback. I still don't know who's the receivers for the Patriots, so I don't know besides Diggs. I don't know who plays receiver for the Patriots. I do not know another receiver. I think Bourne or something. I don't know. The 49ers, they're banged the fuck up. They you lose Kittle to injury, but they've been doing it all year, persevering and finding ways, and I've been called this out. I said Brock Purdy could play football. Any quarterback that could throw the ball through a zone, he's gonna have his moments where he throw the ball away to the other team. But any quarterback who can anticipate and throw the ball with anticipation through a zone, that's a quarterback. Mm-hmm. And Brock Purdy could do that. So I think, and I said the winner out of the 49ers and Philly will be my team that win the championship. But I ultimately picked Philly. But you can't keep losing players like this, and I think that you're going to pull it out. They have to go back to Seattle this week in Seattle and play who just punched them in the mouth for the number one seed 2 weeks ago. So I think you got the Bears, and they're playing. Who the Bears get?
The Seahawks. No, they're playing.
No. The other team. They get the Rams. They get the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb is playing well.
Tell you what, Caleb Williams throws for 50% completion percentage.
But they're big plays.
Yeah.
They're big plays. Can't make a layup, but he can hit a 3-pointer. Can't make a layup, but he can hit a 3-pointer. He cannot make a layup, Rudy. He cannot make the easy plays, but the hard plays, a step back three between the legs, step back. One of them James Harden ones that you don't like. He can make those plays all day, like routine. He makes things so hard, but I'll put it in this way, Rudy. I cannot shoot an open shot in college. I prefer you run out there and contest the shot. I felt a little bit more comfortable in that situation, and I think Caleb Williams is the same thing, where he feels a little bit more comfortable when he has to do something that's not ordinary, not regular.
Just want to make an announcement real quick that just came in my email from the CFP for people that are going to the game or think that they're going to tailgate at the game. It now says this is from the CFP. I just got this at 7:22 p.m. tonight. I just looked at my email. Guests without game tickets, because there's been this nonstop debate or irritation on Facebook groups. Guests without game tickets that remain in parking lots after kickoff will be asked to leave by local law enforcement officers.
Oh, they take your ass to jail.
So they're going to take your ass to jail if you don't leave. So you'll have the opportunity to tailgate before the game, but you're going to have to leave or they're going to take you to jail. And then it says ticket holders should expect to see an extended security perimeter with layers of ticket checkpoints as they approach the stadium on foot. The only place this would ever happen is here. You know that, right? This is only here. It's only here because this is the only place you'd ever have a home game for this national championship. No one else would have a home game.
Yeah.
So what you have is a bunch of people, a bunch of people where it says, so there's, you have these layers. So it says fans will have their game tickets scanned while walking from the yellow outer lots that are across the street that have that walkover to the orange inner lots. So there's going to be lines upon lines. A game ticket will be required to move between the yellow and orange lots throughout pregame.
That's crazy.
All stadium parking, including at the HRS Express lots now, is sold out. Ticket holders are encouraged to be dropped off or take ride share to either HRS Express location and ride the shuttle to the stadium free of charge. Blah, 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 blah. Fans will be required to scan their game ticket prior to boarding the damn shuttle bus. People are encouraged to use ride share, but I don't think ride share is going to work because you'd be waiting for an Uber for like 4 hours after the game is over with, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that I'll end up posting that in one of these groups, on these hurricane groups, so they see the truth.
Yeah.
This has been released by the CFP.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
That's it for that. Now, yeah, I mean, as far as tell you what, Josh Allen,
Better get it done.
That game itself, that was the game that probably bothered me the most. Was they did exactly the shit you're talking about. They just like sat back. and even on that, like you just sat back and you let him drive the ball down the field. And then you get to the 10-yard line and you let him just run a quarterback sneak for 9 yards. They stopped trying to tackle him. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
And he got down to the goal lines. The guys moved off of him and let him go. And I mean, look, Trevor Lawrence threw a pick because you still had a chance with that guy who could kick from 70. That dude could kick from 70, and he throws a pick on the first. That was a terrible throw. That was a terrible throw.
It was tough.
Terrible throw. Like, don't make that throw. Throw the ball to the ground.
That's tough.
Throw it into the ground. Like
that's like the Jalen Hurts. The Jalen Hurts though. Against Philly. I mean against the 49ers. Like that dig was not there. But the person who he should have threw it to was probably AJ Brown on the outside, but his bitch ass is I don't know. He out there, he can't catch. He's complaining and crying about every play, and then he gets the opportunity and doesn't make plays. And he had the outside, he had a one-on-one situation. He had a fade route, and Love Hurts is like, I'm gonna force it to Goddard across the middle with 4 people around because I don't trust you anymore.
Did anything surprise you this weekend?
No, I just told you, Rudy. I told you.
Bears.
The Bears. No, it didn't surprise me because they've been doing it all year. They've been doing it all year, Rudy. Every time you think you have them beat. I mean, I did turn off the game, but it was going back and forth in my mind to turn off the game or not. I kept saying that they've been doing this all year, Nick. Don't give up on them. But I did. But like I said before, if you betted on games this week and you got mad that a team lost, you have a problem because there's nothing that any team showed that's in this playoffs right now that say that they're better than than the other team and that they just definitely can't lose. But at the end of the day, I'm going on the line, man. Josh Allen gets it done. He makes it to the Super Bowl this year on the road, pulls it off because this got to be the year. There's no Mahomes, there's no Burrow, there's no Allen. You just had a 68-year-old quarterback playing for Pittsburgh. You have a Texans team that just has a great defense. You have, Denver team ain't really been there before, and you have the Patriots who haven't really been there before.
You got to get it done. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to retire?
Trying to get into that man head is I think probably the wildest thing I could probably do right now. But why? His coach left, so yeah, I think it's time to hang it up.
Really?
But I'm not walking away if I can still do it. But I think it's time that you let it go, man. There's nothing better coming out of it. I mean, what other team? I heard them talking about on sports shows. Like, does he end up on another team? So
why not resign with Pittsburgh? They don't have a quarterback. Why not? They're not going to. Who are they going to get with the 17th or 18th pick?
They don't have a quarter. They don't have a coach either, and then they also don't have weapons out there on the outside. If I'm coming back, I want to come to a beautiful situation, not with the Kalen Zacchaeus Metcalf. It was my number one fucking option. Somebody who I can't trust. Can't catch the ball. The Kalen Zacchaeus Metcalf hasn't had a special season since his second year, and you paid him $30 million. This is the guy you're relying on.
Can't stand Aaron Rodgers. Can't stand Aaron Rodgers.
But why would he come back to this situation? If I'm coming back, like I want to come back to a Tom Brady situation when I have.
I can't stand him, but
what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Come on to Miami, man.
You're just taking anybody right now.
Come
You don't have a
on,
coach.
man. Come on.
You don't have a coach, Rudy.
So what?
I think
we would do better without a coach than we did with one with a coach. Come on, man. We'll take you.
So you get Aaron Rodgers. What else? What else you have?
We got Jalen Waddle still. We got Devon H. Devon Achen's a stud.
No, he's a stud.
Hey,
you need another receiver.
Yeah.
Waddle's a glorified role player.
Tyreek Hill, his knee is discombobulated. Who the hell knows if he'll ever play again? But I wouldn't mind just taking him down here. I wouldn't have a problem with it at this point. I don't know what they're gonna do. Like they have nothing.
You need another one receiver, bro. You need because Jalen Waddle's not. He's a role player.
He's not. I never thought he was. The guy that I always wanted was Devonta Smith. So like that's never changed. Okay. I always wanted Devonta Smith.
Would you bring in AJ Brown? You'll go get AJ Brown. Okay.
No, I can't deal with Diva. I can't deal with Diva. Nah, man. I'd rather not have anything. Like, don't give me that shit. Don't give me
Some people tear up your locker room, man. And when last year,
I'm gonna tell you right now. You want to know who the Miami Dolphins should draft?
Who that?
Miami wins on Monday.
Tony can't come out yet.
If Miami wins on Monday,
Beck?
Why not? Why not?
I mean, he played in college
for
8 years.
Why not? He's 24 years.
He'll
be 24 years old in November. Why not? We're running with Quinn. We're running with.
Isn't that the same player? What's the difference between Quinn Ewers and Beck?
Beck will have a lot of favor down here as the Miami Hurricane national champion.
I didn't think of it that way.
He knows the stadium. He's here, and you're not having to give him you're not giving a first round pick for him. You probably grab him in the 4th round.
Yeah.
And because Tua wants out. Tua's already said he wants a fresh start. Although,
now
wants $55 million for Tua unless he takes a pay cut.
The fresh start now could be a new GM and a new head coach.
No, get out of here. Bye. Get your soft bitch ass out of here. Get your soft concussed ass out of here. I don't need you here no more. I don't need you here no more. You can go. I don't need you here. Nah, man.
It's not that easy. You'll be basically releasing him. Nobody's trading for him. You're just gonna have dead cap.
That's a lot of dead cap.
Yeah, a lot of dead cap. You just send his ass home to go take the.
I don't know what they're gonna do, man. Because but I mean, Pittsburgh got blown in the 4th quarter. I was a little surprised at how that ended up. But I mean, it was a bunch of things that happened real fast. And the Niners going to Philadelphia and winning, and then losing George Kittle to a torn Achilles.
Yeah,
obviously sucks for him. But
Brandon Ayuk already didn't play all year.
That's even more impressive that they're here because of that.
Man,
the fact that they're even here, and I'll tell you what. I know I picked Seattle to win, go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, but God, dog, it wouldn't shock me if the Niners won. It would not surprise me.
It won't surprise me, but
I thought they would lose to the Eagles because they just scored 3 points on their home field in the number 1 seed game. Like that was impressive to come back and do that because Philly's never easy. It's never an easy place to play, and. Josh Allen. That game was the game I thought they'd lose. Now I think they probably end up in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Now I think they're gonna go on a road trip and win all 3 road games and play in the Super Bowl. I I just have this feeling that he's going to go on a road trip now and win all these games. Because this was the game I thought he'd lose. I thought Jacksonville would beat him. Hell, they should have beat him, realistically. To me, they should have beat him. Goes back to playing prevent defense. This prevent mentality when you have the lead is just, I've always hated it.
You know what they do though?
Why go against what's worked the whole damn game?
Because coaches they're scared. They're scared. No,
scared of what?
No
Getting beat deep. Getting beat deep.
You
get the ball back.
I'd rather lose getting beat deep than lose with my dick in my hand. So, like, I'd rather lose like that than walking out with my thing in my hand, Rudy. Like
it's death by 1,000 cuts.
Because I can. That's what they rather. But like you just throw the ball, ding, and then when we get to 10 yards, because the end zone's 10 yards and the field, the strength. Oh, we can play tougher defense. It's hard to score in, but why? Why? If you beat me deep, man, you beat me deep. I'll shake your hand after the play and say good game.
It's harder to score from the 10 is crazy. You're at the 10. Josh Allen's 250. He can run you over.
They think, it's not as much space. Your plays are limited. You don't have 20 yards, 30 yards to run down the field and make a play.
I get all that.
I can pack my zone.
All you need is a decent fucking play call, and it should score every damn time.
Because once you get to the damn 2-yard line, like a sneak, the way they allow people to push the ball, push people now,
that needs to be outlawed. I hate that.
So hang on my chain.
I know the Hurricanes benefit from it right now.
Yeah,
but it's not football. I don't like it.
So hang on my thing. If you're gonna do it, nobody could be lined up within 3 yards of the quarterback. So you can do it, but you can do it, but you can't be lined up like your player, like the people are literally right behind the quarterback.
Yeah.
Nobody can be lined up within 3 yards of the quarterback to touch the quarterback to push it. You shouldn't be able to drag nobody anyway because that was outlawed before. I don't know when this shit even came back. All of a sudden, you can pick up somebody and carry somebody to the fucking end zone.
What game was it? No, it was the Buffalo game.
Yeah.
The dude picked him up off the ground and ran with him.
Yeah.
Damn lineman picked up. Was it Josh Allen he picked up?
Yes, Josh.
Picked him up and ran with him. Like
at a certain point, it's not football. It's not football.
There was a time where that was outlawed. And then, hell, it was outlawed when Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart did it in college, and they didn't call it against Notre Dame, and that won USC the game. Otherwise, they were going to lose the game. And then they decided to now they changed the rule. But now the rule that still exists is that you can't physically drag someone forward, though. It's like, how do you differentiate? What is the difference?
You can't be in front of him and drag him.
Hell, they called it on Miami, and the dude was already in the end zone. Then he said they dragged him in. He was already in the end zone. Called penalty on Miami for that shit this year on the Hurricanes. But all right, what got? What is the schedule for this weekend? The schedule for this weekend is Saturday 3:30 and 8, I think.
Yep.
Okay, 4:30 Buffalo, Denver, 8 o'clock San Fran, Seattle. Sunday, Houston, New England, 3 o'clock, and the Rams, Bears at 6:30. So we got a long day of football this weekend.
And then come back Monday.
And we got the national championship on Monday. The game technically starts at about 7:50, not 7:30. So just for people to know, it says 7:30. It's more like 7:50, but be in front of your TVs at 7:30. Yep. I plan on being at the stadium really early because it's going to be an absolute nightmare.
Mess.
Now you're going to be making lines for everything. I hate the scheduling of this stuff. I hated the Thursday, Friday game for the playoffs. Screw the NFL. The people that watch college football are not the same people that watch the NFL. It's a different demo. There's some that crosses over, but you could just as easily have put both these games in the semis. You could have put one at 8 o'clock on Saturday or you could have put one at fucking 3:30 on Saturday and one at 8. Put the NFL game at 12, and then on Sunday go run 12, 4:30, 8:30, and run 3 on Sunday for the NFL. And then you'd have, because you still ran 2 games on Monday, or they ran 1 game Monday.
One game on Monday. Pittsburgh game.
Then you know what? You can run 2 games on Monday. Start at 5:30. You know, as long as you haven't done that before in a regular season.
I'm already trying to take over every day anyway.
Yeah, it's like you taking every damn day of the week, bro. You're trying to take over Thanksgiving, take over Christmas, and take over Christmas, and all that stuff. Like, bro, like we gotta stop, bowing down to the NFL. The NFL, I'll tell you right now, for the most part, is largely boring. This weekend it wasn't boring, but largely I found the NFL boring.
I hate it. I told you.
I don't like the NFL, and I find it boring.
I get crucified when I say I'd rather watch CFL than NFL. People like, because you play there, and I get it. But you understand the game.
You play it, you also know the people.
Like, yeah, I understand the game.
If you don't know who the people are, it's like watching.
Of course, it's tough.
It's like watching amateur pro wrestling, not like tough. Real wrestling, but like WWE, like the lower level for the WWE. You're not watching that because you don't know who these people are. And I'm not talking about NXT. I'm talking about like regional circuit shit.
Yeah,
and 100%. I don't know who these people are, so I'd rather watch a college football game all day. But definitely for the national championship, this shit should be on Saturday night. This should be on Monday night. Outrageous. Mm-hmm. At worst, it should be on Sunday. Run that shit 12, 4:30, Natty's at 8 o'clock at night. Like
Saturday or Sunday. Saturday or Monday. I'm fine.
Then do it on Saturday, because this whole thing about Monday, bro, Monday night, I get it. It's a national holiday. My ass. Tons of people still work on MLK Day.
I'm going to work on MLK.
It's still rush hour traffic at 5 o'clock on a Monday night in Miami, and you're gonna have the biggest traffic catastrophe. I told my wife we're leaving at 4.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna take us 2 hours to get there probably, and before we get to park. And I'd rather just be walking around for an hour and a half than be rushing to get in, know, because the security checkpoints are going to be out of control. It won't be like going to a regular game. It won't be. It's going to be your every orifice of your body is going to get checked, bro. The bag searches, the whole 9. Now there's ticket scanning going on. Cross the street, ticket this, ticket here, ticket there. Motherfucker, man, come on, like please.
They might have a check.
They're gonna check your tickets like 8 times before you get to the damn gate.
They might be checking you on the street.
So
off the turnpike, you gotta get checked.
So like you've done this on rush hour on a Saturday, bruh. People will be there at 11 o'clock in the morning. And there's no traffic. I mean, it'll be traffic. It won't be rush hour traffic. So, and now you're also dealing with the president potentially being at this game. The president? You understand what that does to traffic? Stops everything. Stops everything. Just tell me which angle he's coming from, and I'm not coming from that angle. I ain't going from that damn direction. I'm going from the direction of off the turnpike on 27 and come right into that yellow lot. I don't want to go anywhere near where Trump is at. I presume he'll fly on Air Force One into MIA. Do not fly into Fort Lauderdale, please. Do not fly into Palm Beach, please. Fly from the south. Go to the south. Go south north. Then you won't get in my way. Do it like you do when you go to UFC fights. Do it like you do at UFC fights. You come in 2 hours late, and then you ain't bothering nobody.
Yeah.
He walks into UFC fights at 10 o'clock. They do a whole pomp and circumstance. You can do it late. Be late. Really, he should be helicoptered in, for Christ's sake.
100%.
So I appreciate you jumping on board, Harry. Thank you for jumping on. Edwin, Jake, Holzhead, Daniel,
motherfuckers got me.
BM, Dina, Larry, appreciate everyone. Bradenton, Kane, Giovanni, Woodlen, Pierre, appreciate everyone who's been on here tonight so far. If you are in the room and you're new, just hit the like button, man, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Let's jump in Miami Heat, man. Miami Heat have been this continuous debacle of a franchise. Bam Adebayo plays his first good game in a month.
2
And of
months.
course, 2 months. Okay.
The mother he sat out a few games and then he hasn't scored over 20 in 15 games or something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go at 2 months.
And
Let me
now
go check it out real quick.
every time Khalil Ware makes a mistake, they overemphasize it and make it seem
He
like
been
he's
doing it.
terrible.
Spo's been doing it all year. Every time Ware does something, it's a
That's
problem. It's the biggest
the
thing.
worst. That's the worst game Bam's played since December 15th. That's the best. I'm sorry, the best
Best
game
game
since
since he
December
scored
15th.
20 on
20 and
December
10.
15th.
20 and 10. That's his actual. That is Jesus Christ. That's his second highest scoring game all year, going back to October
Orlando?
30th. October 30th. He
No,
had
he
30.
had
He had
Orlando
31. Where?
24.
No,
Oh, you talking about,
29.
that. Oh, yeah, 29 the other day.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
second highest scoring game of the year, going back to the Spurs game at 31.
Oh,
Yeah.
when he actually shot the ball. And my thing is, and nothing changes, man. And he does this every time. We rag on him, we talk shit about him, and then he gives us that one gem. Every time we're ready to throw him away in the trash.
Oh, I already
Every
threw him
time.
away. I threw him away already. So you could do
But no,
whatever.
I'm gonna tell you the comments that everybody like, yeah, we just need that out of you. I'm like, it's been 8 years, guys. He is who the fuck he is. He's not changing. He's gonna give us one gem like this. I think he did a shit against the Celtics one time. Dropped like 30 in the playoffs or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we went to the finals that year. Might have played AD or something like that. And he folded. And it's not because he has talent, man. Because I know he has talent. Rudy, if you get mad at him because of the shots he takes, I say he should be taking more. It's just the attitude. It's a mental thing with him. Not just, you like he's shooting a lot of threes. I don't care. Shoot the ball. Because when he's not aggressive, he's out there talking about, nobody sees what I'm doing on the defensive end. Even though I'm going through a slump, we're still like the third best defense. What does that got to do with anything, Rudy? You're a $55 million player. Like, you're expected to play both sides of the court when you make $55 million. Like, okay, I'm going through a slump. Yeah, that's okay. But most people, you know what they do when they're in a slump, Rudy? Like anybody who has some balls, they shoot through the slump. They don't just sit back and take the slump. They shoot through the slump, and they find themselves. But he does the total opposite. And the whole problem with this team is if we're gonna go small ball, if Ware's out the lineup, Davion Mitchell has to be out the lineup also. Start Jaime Jaquez. You can't be totally small the whole way. And Davion Mitchell has fallen off a little bit. He's a bench player. I accepted it. He's officially a bench player. You've been saying it the whole time, but he kind of got me flowing. We're like, okay, we need him. Rudy, we don't stop nobody anyway. You might as well go out there and play your best 5 players, which would be Jaime Jaquez. Now you have Norman Powell, you have Hero, all attacking. Until we trade Hero, which we probably won't. Everybody like, we're the favorites to get John Morant. You know what that means? Y'all know what that means, Miami Heat fans? We won't fucking get him. That means we won't get him. We won't get him.
We won't get him. And you need to trade Hero to get him.
I would give Hero, Jovic, Asparagus, Jacostones, whatever his name is called, and I'll give him a first round pick because we're 2029. I know we don't have to give up that much.
Way too much for that.
I know we don't have to give up that much, but I'll do all that just to get him here. But he'll open up so much. Bam will get easier points. Where we get lobs. We'll have somebody. He'll defer to Norman Powell still. He'll let Norman be the 25-point scorer. But when it's crunch time, he'll take over, and that's what we need.
I hate Tyler Hero. I hate Bam Adebayo. And I'm gonna be real. I'm at the point where they need to fire Spo. Like, we need to stop this. He's the problem now. Like, I can't blame the player. I gotta blame the guy making the decisions. At what point do we put the onus on the guy who's making the decisions? Eric Spoelstra's levels of stubbornness are nothing short of ridiculous. He will give Bam Adebayo a rope that could circle the earth to hang himself with. And Khalil Ware gets sat on the bench. And Miami is a far better team when Khalil Ware plays. It's analytically, it's data proven. It's in data. It's in stats. It's in numbers. Miami Heat is a better team by far when he plays.
When he plays over 20 minutes.
Yes. When he's sitting on the bench for 35 minutes a game, I mean, you see what happens. Yeah, they got their little lucky win the other day against Phoenix, or yesterday
We
against
should have
Phoenix.
lost. We should have lost, Rudy. We're up
Blew a 20-point lead in the third
in the
quarter.
third quarter, just like
You
that.
know, like you're talking about a team that was rolling along again, had scored 126, 142, 147, 118, and then welcome back. And then we lost to Minnesota. We scored 115. And then we score 125 against New Orleans. Norman Powell goes crazy.
Uh-huh.
And Ware has 12 boards. And guess who comes back? Tyler Hero. And immediately 94 points, 99 points, 112 points. We had that postponed game in Chicago. We shockingly won yesterday because of Adebayo's barrage that he hasn't had in forever. And
Three
and we
threes.
and we've lost. So we're 1-3 since Hero got back. And all we get from Hero is immediately he becomes the guy who takes the most shots or one of the most shots. I mean, his first game back, he comes off the bench, 7-15. He's the second most shots on the team. And Khalil Ware has 7 and 11. And they basically, you start seeing it. Hero plays starter minutes, and he's complaining the same damn night about not starting. While Victor Wembanyama came off the bench for like 10 straight games. Like, I'm sorry, Tyler Hero, you ain't Wemby. And he had no problem coming off the bench for 10 straight games.
Embraced it.
Yeah. And then the next game, the next game, Hero got hurt again. Hero had 21 points, 8 and 19, and we scored 99 points. Norman Powell goes 2 of 12. Why? People will say he can't make Powell make shots, but he can fuck up the damn flow of the offense to
The
where Norman Powell
rhythm.
is not in any rhythm. There's no rhythm to the game, and it's just a stop the ball situation. And Anthony Edwards said it, man. And that's what kills me is that when the other team's guy, because this was this week, right? That game was this week. It wasn't before
Like two
Sunday,
weeks
correct?
ago. Like two
No, it
weeks ago.
wasn't. It was last week. The game
Last
was
Sunday.
on. That
What
game
day?
was on Tuesday. So yeah, we talked about this last Wednesday as well. So
Yeah.
when Anthony Edwards is sitting here in a post game saying, "We did nothing different except we knew that they were going to run pick and roll all game with Hero coming back," and did exactly that. And guess what? Our offense stops. And then the next game, Indiana, you lose by 24 points to the worst team in the NBA, to the worst team in the league. 24 points. The fact that you
Rudy.
could
It was 36-10. It was 36-12 at one point.
and it's just like, and again, guess who's leading the team in scoring? Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero. He's there again.
Yeah.
That's the guy. And then then you have the game against the Thunder,
OKC.
which you knew you were going to lose because they're just better than you. And once again, Tyler Hero takes 15 shots, second most on the team behind Wiggins, goes 8 of 16, has 19 points. Who the hell's playing point guard? We ran with Davion Mitchell, Hero, Pele Larson, Adebayo, and Wiggins. That line was going to get killed. So Powell didn't play that game for back soreness.
That lineup actually was.
And you're not starting.
bad.
You're not starting Khalil Ware. You just once again we're dumping on Khalil Ware. Why'd you draft him? Like every time that guy plays real minutes, he's successful.
Every time he gets in the rhythm, and like I told you, it's a young player. You don't mess with a young player mind like that. When he got things going good, you uplift him, man. You put him in the right direction. Not every moment in the press conference you're bagging on him for the littlest things. And I get it, little things turn into big things, and you're trying to nip that in the bud. But you
So
gotta let him grow.
you said to me they were riding him in the TV broadcast.
Spo, every moment Spo gets a chance, he throw out little slick comments about Ware, like Ware reported about Ware had a good game, like yeah, but he could have did this better, or Ware had a good game, yeah, he's sometimes he's just not mentally locked in on defense, and they're like, well, he's growing, like you don't have to, but when Bam is your $55 million player, he's out there can't score 20 points for 15 games as your leader. You don't never say anything about him, but he plays tremendous. He brings tremendous effort. Or that starting lineup. When we're starting and Bam, man, we just can't figure it out. But then Tyler Hero comes back, and you say, I think our best lineup. We just really get a chance to see him. Is when we have Hero, Davion, Wiggins, Bam, and Norman. I think that lineup could be special. And they come out the next game, the next fucking game, and it's 36-12 against the worst team in the league that at that point had 7 wins for the season and 30 losses. It doesn't make sense to me. Spo got to figure it out.
A team you just beat a week ago by 26.
The team you just beat a week ago.
And you put up 142 points on.
And Spo gets a pass because, he rolled an 8 seed to the finals, and Jimmy Butler had the most miraculous, played awesome and carried it for the most part because we were a playing team for the last 4 or 5 years, like playing team.
Outside that one season, we've been a playing team pretty much every year.
He gets this, pass because of Spo. He figures it out, and he's a mastermind. And we're not masterminding shit.
He is in the greatest witness protection program on earth, man. Because it's like there's a refusal to look at moving on from Spo, but beyond that, I'm not even gonna blame. I can't even blame Pat Riley anymore. I gotta blame Harrison. Like I gotta go with the owner at this point. The owner, you have to make decisions. You need to tell Pat Riley, it's time to pack this shit up. You're 80 years old. Your mind ain't working the same way. Basketball is different than it was even a decade ago. That your psychology and how you approach building a team, it ain't working. You got rid of our best player who's doing exactly the same shit he was doing for us. He's doing it for somebody else. And you think that's a win. I don't think that's a win. I think that's a major mistake. And and then on top of that, after that, then you have to fire Eric Spoelstra. Because Eric Spoelstra's levels of stubbornness has become hard to stomach. It's just really hard to stomach his levels of stubbornness.
Small ball,
bro. But make up your mind. Like, what do you want to play? What do you want to be? Do you want to just, it's like he doesn't know what he wants to be. It's almost like he's fighting within himself for what he wants because he in himself he wants to be that grinded out type of coach. But when you play we're putting up 130 points a game, and when you pull him, we're putting up 105. It's just very, very weird.
Different. It's just
we have no size. We can't rebound, and he's our best rebounder. And you decide that we're gonna pull his ass. It's so frustrating. I don't watch every game. I will be watching more once this is done. But again, trying to find these games, half the time you don't know what channel they're on because it constantly changes up. But I think Eric's supposed to. They really got to look at these Harrisons. Have to really look at whether or not you're gonna make a move because. If you're happy being this type of team, then so be it. So be it. But I'm not happy watching it. I don't want to watch it. I'd rather watch the Panthers play hockey. And I'm going to have to learn hockey to talk about hockey more. I mean, I understand the basic rules of hockey, but I can't speak about it the way expert hockey guys talk about it. It's just there's so much within hockey that people like me and you won't have any understanding of. Other than, the guy is skating and running. He's running on skates.
Yeah.
Like the speed level on skates is just so crazy. These guys are such amazing athletes. It's nuts. There was a little league fight that I saw in between in the intermission of a game, an NHL game, where literally all the kids started fighting, like 13-year-olds. And comes a goal. Here comes a goalie from the opposite side, comes and just absolutely lays out this one dude. I thought he killed the kid. Landed right on his head on the ice. Thankfully, he has a helmet. And the goalie for the other team, who's supposed to come out and fight the goalie, he never left his damn net. He never left his net. But everybody else is fighting. So they're fighting 6-on-5.
I would have said no. I'm good.
Like, nah, man, I saw what he just did.
I'm good.
But I'm frustrated as a Heat fan because you see the ability to get the job done, and the constant adjustment in lineup is a big freaking problem. It's a big problem. The fact that I'm looking at the Detroit Pistons at 28-10. I mean, and Duncan Robinson, and we beat them like a week and a half ago. You beat the best team in the conference, and you lost to the worst team in the conference in the same week.
If we're gonna roll with the small lineup, Jaime Jaquez is the starter now, and then you bring in you let Davion come in off the bench with Drew Smith You can play around with that. If Drew Smith or Fontecchio, however you feel, or Jovic, whatnot. But you let Davion, Drew Smith, and you let Pele Larson come in and ignite the second unit with Ware, and then you let Norman Powell, Hero, or Hawkins play with that unit, and then let them be like just the you brought it up last week when you said, hey, it was a second group that came in and they got after you. Okay, let that second group be that group.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Let them kids play together and enjoy each other and feed off each other and watch the energy. Let them, after people get tired, let them hound people. If that's envision that, rather than just I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get the lineup. I don't like it. Davion has been inconsistent the past 15 games. Hasn't been the same player he was at first. He was getting to the basket. He was scoring. He was creating. But his creating as a point guard is not like Ja Morant. It's like them assists that you pass it to somebody and they dribble, and shoot. You're like, well, he gets assist. You're like, that's not no fucking assist. But they give it to him. And then now he's top 5 in the league at like 7.5 assists. You're like, and you watch, you're like, those aren't really like, I'm not making shit easier for you type assists. Those are assists. Mm-hmm. Assists is when I do all the work and all you had to do was make the fucking bucket because you had nothing else to do. That's what an assist is. At least me playing basketball, that's what I grew up as an assist. And these shits are not assists. Yeah, you're like, I did all the work and I assisted you into scoring. Not I gave you the ball and you dribble, step back and I don't get it.
It's a WNBA assist, man.
No,
it's a WNBA assist nowadays, man. That's what they've turned this shit into. They give away these WNBA assists constantly. It's so fun.
On Rivals started?
Oh yeah, they did.
Are people watching?
No one's watching. No, I haven't done any video on it, but they had some. And we'll jump into the last topic with LeBron, but yeah, they did. They started the ratings from this year. First, they started on a Monday, which was on the 5th of January, the first day back from school, in the afternoon. Nobody watched it. Nobody watched it at night. I keep telling people, and this is by demographic that I know from my analytics of the channel, is the people that watch Unrivaled, the people that watch women's basketball are older. They're people that are 50 plus. 50, and a lot of them are 65 plus. So you have a demographic that all came over from Caitlin Clark for the most part. Mm-hmm. And what you're seeing now is that demographic is starting to shrink because of whatever's going on in the WNBA and women's basketball. And but the demographic of 18 to 49-year-olds who don't watch it for the most part is shrinking a lot. That one's shrunk by 60%. Like they had 100,000 viewers from that demo last year, first weekend. They got 30,000. Like, people aren't watching this dog shit.
Who's playing?
Again, everybody that nobody cares about. Like Paige Beckers is playing, but you had
she's never been a draw.
Your little girlfriend Kelsey Plum is playing, but beyond that, like the players that you need to play in this thing that will draw eyes: Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, Angel Reese, Sophie Cunningham, Sabrina Ionescu. None of them are playing. They got better things to do with their time, better ways to make money without having to kill themselves in a basketball game. And they're doing that. And it's they're not wasting their breath or time on that shit. Not to mention the stupid strike that they got going on, non-strike, strike, lockout, not lockout. They're on a moratorium now. So now they can't even do free agency. So the owners are too pussy to lock these stupid broads out. The players are too fake and soft. The players are too fake and soft to go on strike. So right now we're just sitting in a stalemate of it for a CBA that's now 5 days past the deadline, and they're not moving forward. They're just sitting there at a stalemate. And you listening. And so this week, the ratings from Friday came out. They had 100,000 people watching. 100,000. Same time last year, 275,000 people. Your ratings are tanking by 2/3. And you listen to Breanna Stewart making up all kinds of comments about, well, people don't know that we're playing. Well, they knew who you were playing last year. They knew last year, so why they don't know this year? They don't know.
Why don't they know?
They don't know because Caitlin Clark stopped playing women's basketball because she got hurt. And then on top of that, you've done a horrific job in promoting the damn game. You're not seeing any advertising about Unrivaled
at
anywhere.
all. And we live in Miami.
We live here, bro. You can buy tickets right now. You can buy standard fucking tickets right now if you walked up to the box office. That's how no one's going to this shit.
The crazy part is, I went to their facility because remember I practiced with Kelsey Plum.
Yeah.
And I still forgot. And I was there.
Bro,
and I forgot. Bad. Oh my gosh. And everybody like, well,
it's bad. No.
In this league. In this league, I'm like, man, them investors are not going to keep.
I just saw Ben Dale did a video on this shit today. And he said in one of the games, because I haven't seen one singular game, and he's not watching them either. He's looking at a stat box. In one of the games, the two teams, Nick, I swear to God, you could be the best player in that league. Hell, I might be the best player in that league. Combined to shoot 1 for 26 from 3.
Damn.
1 for you're 35, you're 37. You
see my tape, bro. You see my tape, though. You see my tape, though. Everybody, y'all go watch my tape on Instagram, Nick Taylor 32. Y'all go watch my 37U tape. 35U. They calling me LaUnc James. LaUnc James is what they're calling me, baby, because I'm out there giving buckets. My wife came to the game last game, and I told her I was going to give her 30. I gave her 25 because my battery tank went on E.
Why are you wearing joggers on a basketball game, Nick?
Because I felt like I was going to keep me a little bit more warm. But this week, I'm going to go with more fresh legs because I think the joggers slowed me down. Because literally, Rudy, I went up and down the court.
They do. They're heavy. They're heavy.
No, these are smooth, light joggers, but these aren't like heavy joggers. They're like
heavy.
I wear those to football practice all the time. Literally my football pants.
You were playing you're playing football and it's in the wintertime.
No, I'm wearing these. Rudy, you know I'm from Miami. I wear this in the summer. I wear hoodies.
No, you said football.
It's
cold.
Yeah. And not in June, July, August.
It's cold in Canada in July all the time.
No, it's 95, 100 degrees in Canada.
Oh, it's not 100 degrees. Stop being so fucking hyperbolic.
Rudy, it's 95, 98 degrees over there at certain
it's
times of the year.
Degrees.
I'm telling you. But whatever, I'm telling you, man. They calling me LaUnc James.
In Edmonton
it crank up.
July.
90
they literally have a high of 70
when
in the month. I'm just reading I'm reading the weather averages for Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. June 50 to 70, July 54 to 74, August is 52 to 72. How about in Winnipeg? Maybe you're thinking about Winnipeg.
Rudy, the weather cranks up, man.
It cranks up.
I'm telling you, it's 90s, man.
In Winnipeg, 75 to 56. Okay, July 66.
Where do you get this from? Wikipedia?
No, I'm just Googling the average temperature, Nick. Not a one singular day.
Average could mean that it goes to 90 and then it drops back to 65 in the night.
You understand if it's 56 to 75, that means your average is like 67.
No, man. You're nuts. You ain't there. I'm
reading it. I'm not making this up.
I'm not arguing with you, man. I know what I've been a part of out there.
I'm literally reading what they say is the average.
Toronto get like
you didn't live in Toronto. You lived in fucking Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Ottawa, East Coast. I'm telling you, it cranked to 90. I'm not. It could be 40 in the morning though, but it could go from 40 to 90. I'm telling you.
So you walked out because it was 40 with your joggers. You didn't walk out at 90 degrees for joggers.
No, man. I'm telling you, man, whatever, Rudy. You don't know nothing. I ain't arguing with you.
I'm just reading statistics. I can't help it what the stats are.
Whatever, man. Check out my stats. LaUnc James, man.
Look at this shit.
What are we talking about, man? We talking about women's.
I'm looking for the all-time high in Winnipeg. What is the all-time high?
105, man.
You just made that shit up.
Yeah, I did. But I was definitely a part of a 98. Might have been a heat wave, but it was a 98. No matter what it came in.
The all-time high in Winnipeg was 108 degrees in July of 1936.
Yeah.
And the next day it was 83 degrees.
Yes, exactly. I told you. You think I'm lying? I ain't tripping. Oh man.
Okay, so yeah, I saw your video, but the whole point was that they 1 for 26, 1 for 26. This is
Is
what
that
and you
good?
want, and you want people to watch this. Like this is just some of the scores that they've had this year so far. They had a team lose 58-42,
Okay.
72-56, 80-62, 69-62, 69-67, 73-62, 94-60, 83-81, 73-69, 89-66, 64-61, 84-72. Most of these games are blowouts.
Really, guess
They're
what?
scoring.
Guess what?
They're scoring at such low levels that it's just
This league is not gonna survive.
not good. And you're not getting anyone to watch these games on television. And you couldn't tell people when these games are even being played right now.
I'm gonna tell you who's.
And
I'm
now
gonna
we're
tell you
doing
some of the.
and now we're doing the bullshit again about how Chelsea Gray is the point god because she scores in 3-on-3 basketball, but in 5-on-5 ball she's averaging 8 points a game.
That was like me for you, that was like when I played for you for AAU, and I was averaging like 15, 16 points. But when I got with Peacock and Boozer, 4 points a game my senior year, 5 points a game. I was point guard, you know.
She
I
had
was,
37 in this game of 73 points.
I mean, you know, some people defer. She play with ages, you know, defer.
And
I
there's
don't know.
players that are already injured. Like already
Rudy, the league is
injured.
not gonna survive. If this league doesn't have Caitlin Clark, this league doesn't have all the people you named, Sabrina, Nafisa, doesn't have Asia, doesn't have Angel. As much crap as people give her, she draws eyes. That's probably why the league isn't as terrible last year, and it was the first year. And it was
Again,
also speculations of,
last year was a novelty.
and there was speculations of, oh, Caitlin might play, da 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 da, and it was riding the wave of Caitlin,
Of course they
her
were.
for her rookie.
Of course they were. One team has
So
3 players injured already. One team has 3 players hurt. I'm looking at the damn
really,
numbers. This is crazy.
who they replacing Nafisa with again? What's her name from that used to play for Indiana?
Let me check Bentley.
Who wants to watch her?
Nobody.
Who wants to watch her?
Nobody, man. This is trash.
It's already a 3-on-3 league, so it should be. So if it's a 3-on-3 league, guess what it should be? All stars, like star players.
You only got like 3 stars in the whole league.
Well, all-star players that made all-star, like good players, even that. Not
They got most of them, Nick. Nobody wants to watch.
who? All of them, we just named them. They're not playing.
There's 5 players. You said all stars. There's 24 all stars.
But those are the main ones. They got to be in it. They got to lead the headway.
Literally, Brown Stewart's in the league still. Alicia Gray, she was first team All WNBA last year. Kelsey Mitchell, first team All WNBA last year.
That's like
That's what.
That's like Demontis Sabonis. He's an all-star, but you don't care to watch him in the fucking.
Well, I'm just repeating what you said. I'm just giving you what you said. If you're sitting here saying that if you don't have Caitlin Clark playing, no one's going to watch it, then that's correct. I agree.
But then the other 4 people also.
If you don't have Caitlin, well, you don't even need the other 4 people. If you got Caitlin, the other 4 don't even.
You're good. They would have watched it.
But if you don't have Caitlin, you better have the other 4 to make people maybe turn that shit on, because this stuff is garbage. And I for real, I have not watched a single second of it. I have not. I'm not interested. I'm not sacrificing my life for this fucking garbage. But
people are so fucking fake because it was such a woman's power and shit going on last year, and real fans and fake fans. Y'all aren't real fans, and we're finding out with these numbers that a lot of y'all weren't real fans. Y'all really cared because of Caitlin Clark.
Nick, they're gonna have. Nick, they're playing Monday night.
Oh, okay. That game might be 30,000. It might be family and friends.
Look, there won't be 30 people there. Anybody right now on Monday night who's supposed to work as a freelancer, because none of these people are employees. They're all freelancers. These referees are freelancers. The scorebook, the clock operator, all the data, the stat people, they're all freelancers. They're not employees. They're all calling in sick. Because all of them are going to a hurricane watch party.
Who scheduled this Monday night game? Because even if UM wasn't in the game is still going to be played down here.
No, nobody would care. Yeah. If this was being played in another city, who cares? It's in Miami.
That's what I'm saying. So you knew it was going to be in Miami. That's what I'm getting at. So why was this game scheduled?
But if you had another team besides the Hurricanes in it, Miami people wouldn't care. You'd have Indiana fans and whoever fans. Miami Hurricane fans wouldn't give a shit about.
But Miami fans aren't going. They'd rather go to the bar and watch the game. They'll still watch the game. They're not going to that shit.
Those same people aren't going to Unrival. But you're talking about people are not. Why would you should reschedule Monday night now? Like you're gonna cut your nose to spite your face type shit.
They should fucking pull what the Bulls did. The Bulls did and said there's condensation on the basketball court.
If the floor is wet.
The floor is wet. We cannot play.
But what it was is that everybody called in sick and says, I'm going to a watch party for the national championship game with the features the Miami Hurricanes. I'm from Miami. What are you talking about? Like, there's no way in hell. Like, can you imagine you're doing the scorebook and you got your phone like this, watching the game?
Oh, hey, you forgot to put 2 points on the board. Oh, my bad. What? My bad. What?
Oh, was a foul on who? Who was a foul?
Five.
I mean, there's no way in hell I'm watching that dog shit, man.
Oh my god!
But shit, and then you're gonna hear people blame the freaking the playoffs and say, oh, you know, they were competing with the NCAA, the CFP playoffs. Man, the people watching the CFP ain't giving a fuck about Unrivaled. Oh, by the way, I will say this. I'm gonna say this publicly. Obviously, I'm saying this shit tongue in cheek, so take a breath. But there was a video that came out where a guy did thing and said, fuck Indiana in every capacity. Fuck the Indiana Pacers. Fuck the Indy 500. Fuck the Indiana Hoosiers. fuck the movie Hoosiers. Fuck. He said, fuck anything affiliated with Indiana. And then he said some other stuff. And then I said, yeah, and fuck Caitlin Clark too, because she plays for them motherfuckers in Indiana. So right now, Caitlin Clark, fuck you too, because you the enemy. You part of the enemy this weekend. I don't know you. I don't like you. If you even rep that dog shit, I don't want to hear it. You better not cheer for no Indiana fucking Hoosiers. You better be a Hurricane fan. In fact, I did a video on this earlier with this week. It was funny. It was designed to be funny. Some people can't take a damn joke. They get all sensitive and triggered. And I could have made it another way, and then that group would have liked it too. But because I did it about Caitlin, they got all sensitive over there. I said the Miami Hurricanes are playing in the national championship because of Caitlin Clark. You want to know why, Nick? Did you see why?
I didn't see that one.
The reason that they're playing the national championship because of Caitlin Clark is because there was a player by the name of Haley Van Lith. And in the Elite Eight against the Iowa Hawkeyes, Caitlin Clark gave Haley Van Lith the fucking business, and everyone hated Haley Van Lith at that point in LSU. And the reality was, she made her transfer. Beyond the fact that I can run another way, and I'll bring it to you that one as well, for which they would have liked it. So she made her transfer. She decides she's transferring to TCU. Well, guess who's at TCU? Who decided she was going to TCU after taking a year off to go try to be a WWE wrestler was Haley Cavender, the girl from Miami, the Miami Hurricanes, who had led them to the Elite Eight. So she goes to TCU. So what happens? When Haley Van Lith says, I'm going to TCU, what does Haley Cavender do? She says, can I come back to the Miami Hurricanes? I want to play one last year. Sister Hannah wasn't playing basketball at TCU. She was just done. Well, Haley's going back to Miami. So Hannah says, I'm going to play at Miami too again. Okay, here we go. And lo and behold, you have the Carson Beck game against the Texas fucking Longhorns. His elbow gets exploded in that hit. He's out. He got his girlfriend at the time.
Follows his girlfriend to
Miami. At one of the University of Miami. And Carson Beck is basically told, yo, And some people say, oh, well, they gave him $4 million. Sure. He also had his pussy down here, and he wanted to fuck on a daily basis, not other girls that weren't his girlfriend, because I'm sure he was doing those too. He was doing other girls too. What?
Thank you, Caitlin.
So, Thank you, Caitlin. End of the day, he transfers to Miami because of Hannah Cavender, and he wants to be with his girlie. And then she starts dogging him out publicly because he's cheating around on Snapchat. He's making $4 million. What the hell do you think he's doing? And sorry, Haley and Hannah, y'all think y'all are cute. Y'all are cute on a basketball standard. Yes. You are not cute on a Dade County Latina, big titty, big booty, diverse level. Are you kidding me?
They're nice.
And right now, what's happening? This man is playing for a national championship. So I thank Caitlin Clark for what she did to beat Haley Van Lith's ass so bad.
And then everything triggered that.
Here's the flip. Thank you, Angel Reese, for making Haley Van Lith's life so goddamn miserable that she wanted to get the fuck out of there because that was a poison pill of a program that she could never be successful with that crazy Kim Mulkey. And she said, enough already. I'm out of here. I'm going to TCU. And now everything else I just said is the same.
Full circle.
So either one of them, if I had made it about Angel Reese, the Angel Reese fans would have loved it. Instead, I got their comments saying, get the fuck out of here. It was $4 million.
Oh, man. $4 million is $4 million. But I could have got that money somewhere else. But the reason that my girl is down here, that might help out this. And
I'm sorry. It had a major part to it. I don't give a damn. He could have gotten
100%
anywhere.
Rudy, they were posting all types of couple content videos.
Yes.
Come on now.
And now she's such a gaslighting, clickbaiting hoe that she wants to talk shit about him on camera and then have it posted. Where she's saying, well, I didn't break up with him because he cheated on me, Hannah Cavender. I broke up with him because he was an asshole. Nobody liked him. Well, Hannah, I got news for you. Dade County loves him. I love him. I love myself some Carson Beck. And you know what? His teammates reportedly, all reports say that they love him in that locker room.
Yeah.
Bro. So you might be talking about the normal boring motherfuckers who have no life, who will glaze you and bow down to your ass, but he can pull any broad he wants, no matter what he looks like. He ain't the most attractive looking dude. I mean, hell, he kind of look like Angel Reese, but he kind of look like Angel Reese, but but a white version. But at the same time, every interaction I've had with that dude this year, he's been so damn pleasant. And people got mad because he said that, his tight end ran the wrong route. Yeah, you know why he said it? Because he got bothered with the same question 3 goddamn times. The same press conference. And it was like you were pushing him to answer with what you knew to be correct, and you just wanted him to confirm it. And then you said, oh, he's thrown his teammates under the bus. No, he's not. Because you know what? So did Mario Cristobal, and so did Shannon Dawson. They said the same damn thing. I think Carson Beck has been a great leader for this program. I love what he's done down here. He's been dogged and shit on all day. He had a stupid ass broad who's gonna come in and sit here and say he's an asshole. So you broke him because he's an asshole. I didn't find out about the cheating until after. That's bullshit because we literally have video of it. It was a video of it. Yeah. You catch them cheating. You got video. Damn. Yeah, he was on it was Snapchat shit. He was talking to girls while he was on vacation with her on Snapchat. Wow. That was the report. Final topic of the night. But yeah, I can make it about Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark. So, yeah. Final topic of the night, people. Yo, this LeBron James thing and I'm not even going to be mad here, but this LeBron James and Rich Paul story is becoming crazy. So Rich Paul has a podcast now because Rich Paul now thinks he's important. I think he's doing with Bill Simmons. Is it with Bill Simmons?
No, not Bill Simmons. With Matt.
Matt Barnes?
Kellerman. Max Kellerman.
Max Kellerman. Okay. So he says that the Lakers should trade Austin Reeves to the Memphis Grizzlies for Jaren Jackson because Reeves will get paid big money in Memphis and he'll be their best player, blah, 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 blah. And now LeBron James is playing what do you call it? Cleanup, salvage duty or cleanup duty. And
I ain't got part of that. That's my teammate right now.
I ain't say that. I can't speak for what Rich Paul got to say.
Uh-huh.
Austin Reeves knows that I love him. Blah 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 blah.
But
Rich
shout
Paul's
out
his
for
own.
LeBron. But shout out for LeBron to like asking that right now, because normally LeBron would be like,
Yeah, yeah.
he'll be quiet.
I'm giving him credit. It don't mean I don't believe that he probably is behind it. Because I have a
Get rid
hard
of
time.
him.
I have a hard time truly believing that Rich Paul is coming that out of pocket with a current teammate who's averaging 28 points a game, who's loved right now in LA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not putting nothing past LeBron because I feel like LeBron, puppet masters a lot of situations. But I'm gonna give him some credit for actually coming out there and
What?
puppet master a lot of situations.
Puppet
Like
master.
he manipulates a lot of situations
Yeah.
to put it in a good favor for him. And that's what LeBron been doing his whole career. And I ain't mad at it. You got that much power, shit. I ain't gonna let y'all just down talk me all the time. I'm gonna spin the narrative how I want to spin the narrative. So, but man, I think Rich Paul has been going off on his own like lately. Like, he has power, he got Adele, and he feel like he can do what the fuck he want to do. And Rich Paul has been, it hasn't not the first time he has said something outlandish like that. But that's not that. But it does set up the scenario where, like you say, if LeBron wants to stay another year, he can get paid and whatnot like that. He's setting his team up so he could still be that second guy rather than when Austin Reeves is there, he's sort of like the third guy offensively. But we know when the playoffs come, motherfucker, the GOAT will still be the second or first guy in big time situation. Let's not fool ourselves because you said he was gonna fall off the cliff right now, and he's been turning it around. He's probably around 22 points a game.
He had one good game, Nick. Literally yesterday, and after I sent you all kinds of videos of him standing like a statue on defense. He don't even move on defense in most games.
He was just 10 for 12 the other day for 30. What are you talking about? The man is still efficient and LeBron James. Let's not do that. Let's see what he's averaging this year. What LeBron averaging this year, Rudy?
22.4, Nick.
Huh?
22.4.
22.4. Getting back to that 25 a game. He'll be there in no time.
Nick, he ain't gonna average 25.
24 is not bad for a 45-year-old player.
22.4, not 24. 22.4.
No, so he will be at 24 soon.
You just said 25 a second ago.
I brought it down a point. 23.5 points per game. He'll be. What do you think, man? What do you think about this Rich Paul situation?
First of all, LeBron's taking too many shots.
Huh?
He's taking too many shots.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah. He's taking
too much.
20 shots, 17, 21, 19, 14, 18. He's taking too many shots.
60%, 47%, 47%, 52%, 57%, 66%.
Great. And there was a period where he took 28 shots and they lost by 15.
He was by himself out there. What do you want him to do?
Really?
Luka was out. Austin Reeves was out.
So what? He's supposed to be the GOAT. You just said he's the GOAT. So
in the GOAT situation, he's going to shoot more shots. What are you talking about? He's out there with nobody.
You know what this reads like right now? Because he's shooting 55% from the field. You know what it reads like? He's basically being wide open. And they're guarding everybody else.
He's been shooting 55% his whole
career. He
has
not shot 55% for his career. Stop the lying.
For the latter part of his career.
No, he is not. He has shot 55% one time, twice in his career. That was back with the Miami freaking Heat. He has
51, 54, Rudy. 54 is 55. Cut it out.
That was 2 years ago. Come on.
52.4.
You said 55%. There is a large difference in 2, 3, 4% from the field.
So he averaged around 52% a game. So he makes more shots than he missed.
Okay, great. That's his career. He's playing literally I've sent you the videos, and I know you're watching them because they're absolutely hilarious. Where this.
That's not his help, Rudy. That's not his help. That's not his help. Not his help. Not his help. Not his help.
What? Not his help? What does that mean?
That's not his help position.
So
that's somebody else.
He's next to the guy. So instead of boxing the guy out, he moves away from him so the guy can grab the rebound and get the putback.
What? Yeah, I mean, he's 40 years old.
Yeah. Oh, I got fouled. I got my shit blocked by Giannis. I got stripped by Giannis, but I'm gonna post a photo on Instagram that my wrist got touched by Miles Turner.
Hold on. Rudy, you know old people, right? You know old people, right? What do old people do? What do old people do,
I don't know.
Rudy?
You tell me, Nick.
They complain about everything.
He literally complains every time down the court
Because
now.
he's old. Old people complain about everything. Rudy, does your mom, do you go by your mom? Does she complain?
Of course, my mom complains.
They old people complain about everything. So you can't be
My
shocked.
mom is 70 fucking 5. LeBron's 41, dude.
He's old in basketball terms. So like he's playing out there with 18-year-old people. He could literally be these kids' dad.
He literally will stand on one end of the court and watch the team go down the court and just stand there and wait.
What do you think about Rich Paul, man? You think
I think Rich Paul was made by LeBron James. I think he is LeBron James's puppet, and if that came out of Rich Paul's mouth without LeBron James approving it, LeBron James should excommunicate Rich Paul because he's making him look bad. If that came out of his mouth on his own will without consulting LeBron James, I don't think Rich Paul should ever speak about anything involving LeBron James's teams.
he keeps doing it? He keeps doing it.
I know, and it's a problem to me. It causes LeBron problems.
Yes.
Like, I shouldn't have to answer these fucking questions because of you,
No.
dude. Like, you're creating me a headache that I don't need. So unless I told you to do this, don't ever do this, which is why I have to ask. Maybe he's actually behind this all being done because I don't know what to think anymore because it seems like it happens a whole lot with Rich Paul. And maybe Rich Paul got bold, but don't tell me Adele is why, for Christ's sakes. Like,
he got the power, bro. They don't need LeBron no more. Like, shit.
Oh, yes, he does. That's like saying this. Come on, man. His power exists because LeBron gave him power. No different than Maverick Carter, that if LeBron James wanted to end Maverick Carter tonight, he could end him tonight. All those guys under LeBron's tent could all be destroyed with a singular phone call. He owns them.
A lot of people give people power and people take over. Look at the guy Diddy was working with before. He gave him power, then Diddy took over the whole industry and took over Bad Boys and labeling and all that shit. When he was just under the guy and he signed those clients.
That's different, man. They're in the same field. I gave you your ability to be an agent because your first client was who? Me. And if it wasn't for me, none of these other idiots would even go to your dumb ass, your uneducated, non-college educated ass, who has no degree in shit, other than you worked for a fucking agent that I connected you to get you the job. Like, I got you your job. I got you your in. Yes, you can work hard as you want to work. If it's not, if I was to call that guy at any point and say, yo, fire his ass, you're fired.
Yeah, like, that's about what you know. It's about who you know. That's how shit goes.
Yes, and LeBron is the who. And LeBron is all. That's like the mama who says the shit. I brought you in this world. I could take you out. And
yeah, but then mama gets old and you can't take. I got the power now. Well, you can't take me out no more.
LeBron is 41 years old. He's not 75. LeBron's 41, not 75.
I'm just saying. I'm calculating that to power. I'm just saying.
If you don't think LeBron James has an ownership interest in Clutch Sports, you're crazy. Every one of these businesses, LeBron James has ownership interest in, whether it's quietly under the table or through someone else's name. He has ownership interest in all this shit. It does not exist. I don't care what he has said publicly. It all exists because of him, which was one of the biggest problems with LeBron earlier on. It was like he was literally dominating or directing where players ended up based on it being his agency, for which he's getting paid commission. We all know he's making money off them dudes signing these contracts. Like, and my agent here is opening his mouth now and making me look bad, where I got to answer questions about Austin Reeves. Like, why are you doing that? So again, I'm conflicted. I don't know. The fact that LeBron answered these questions the way he did makes me almost believe that he did not know. Yeah. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Man is a good actor. He's been in a couple of shows now. He's been in a couple of shows, so he can put on a little face and act. But I mean,
it makes me wonder. I just don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I just don't know anymore. And but if you're my friend, I'm not
I,
putting you in that position.
no, that's not what friends do.
I'm
Like
not putting you in that
you
because
don't
I'm
you
not
don't put the
putting you in
business
that
before our
position.
friendship. You
You
don't
know,
put
I'm not gonna.
you don't put social media. You don't put podcasts before our friendship. You don't put me in an awkward situation before our friendship. And it can't be because of the money. Because I pay you the motherfucking money. I gave you the money. I started this. I started this motherfucking shit. Is this the motherfucking thanks I get?
How much money do you think Rich
God
Paul's?
damn.
How much money do you think Rich Paul's made commission wise from LeBron James's contracts,
Oh,
marketing
yeah,
deals?
100 million.
You about to say Neil deals, endorsement deals? Like
Meal deals.
he has made his entire
At
career
least 50 million.
at least, at least. I mean, and now people act like Rich Paul is some mover and shaker in business.
Mogul, man.
Like he's there you go, mogul without an education. The only reason you got this damn job, and I'll say that for any agent, if you don't have an education, like you shouldn't have your job, because you're not educated in what you should be educated in. Like to me, an agent should be an attorney. Like if you're not an attorney, I don't know how the hell you're an agent personally. Like
I
that's
can study.
just all contract law.
Study.
You can study all day. I don't care. You need to be educated. And you need to be a legal expert. And I just don't. Again, he's uneducated. He got built by LeBron, and he's putting LeBron in uncomfortable situations now with his mouth. And
So I can't study. So I can't study and be educated on doing it on my own and
you can't
studying like that.
you can't be a lawyer by just studying, Nick. You need to go to school.
But I can know all the laws.
You can think you know the laws. You may not know what you think you know.
I can know all the laws.
That doesn't mean
I'm
you
not
know the
studying
law.
verbatim word.
I can know the laws, but it doesn't mean you know the law. Like you can know the law. I know football. It doesn't mean I know football. I can think I know football. It doesn't mean I know football. There's different levels of knowing football or basketball or sport. Like, am I going to sit here and act like I know more football than Bill Belichick? Fuck no. I can think it. Like, there's some terminology that's been used that I got to Google it and look it up because I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm serious. I don't know what they're talking about because I've never heard. Like, there's terminology now within football.
Rudy, I do that shit myself and I played.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna be real. And I'm gonna confess something right here publicly. I did not know what the fuck duo meant until this week.
Mm.
I had to look it up. I'm like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
I looked it up and I'm like, oh, okay. Makes sense.
It makes
I
sense.
just called it a double team.
Yeah.
Like I just called it a double team.
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing about that is like one
that's
like the Patriots
and I was doing that in high school, but it was like
so I could be in a team and they'll call it double team, and I could be on a team and they'll call it duo. So like in Canada, we had one thing that was called like if a player went behind, like behind the line of scrimmage, they'll call behind the line of scrimmage. It was literally called a BTL.
Yeah.
But another team would call it a sub motion. So it just depends. It's terminologies and different lingos depending on where you at.
Yeah, so like I knew what a triple. I mean, we ran triple option. Like I could tell you right now. I could go ask a guy right now to go a guy in the NFL or college football tell me how to do a triple option. They wouldn't have any idea what the fuck to do. They wouldn't know what to do. Because who the hell runs triple option now in college football? Nobody. I'm sorry, Navy, and Georgia Tech,
Army.
And Army. Like they run triple option. But other than that, Division I schools ain't running triple option, so they wouldn't know what to do. We ran triple option. I knew all the blocking techniques, all the blocking schemes. I've always been bad with I've always been really bad when it comes to
terminology.
No, what's when you have initials for it?
Acronyms.
I've always been bad with sports. Even hell, we're using acronyms at my job, and they're putting them in emails. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, what are you talking about? They would use one like IP and then this. I'm like, what you mean? What do you mean? IP? Like what you mean? You're a IP?
Computer.
No, not IT, but your IP, like your intellectual property. No, injured person. Oh shit! Injured person. Like, and I read these emails, and there's like 6 acronyms in this bitch. And I'm like, what the fuck? I've been here for 6.5 years. I still don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I sell this shit, man. I sell it. Like, we didn't get a manual of acronyms before I started, you know?
Yeah.
And so they use, like, there's certain terminology that gets used, and I gotta look it up. And so I'm like, okay, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what it is. I just don't know
Yeah.
what they fucking call it. They didn't know what they called it. Bro, Nick, did you ever hear the term? See, when this is what killed me. It was like when LeBron was doing that damn podcast with JJ Redick. Remember the first one? Remember the first one?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they used the fucking term horns.
Horn set.
The horn set, there was a bunch of different ones. The nail.
The
Who the fuck?
The cut that they called when LeBron does it. Was it the 45 cut? No, that wasn't the 45. Was it the 45?
They when they use the word nail and horn set, and I'm sitting here like,
what the fuck are they talking about?
I coach basketball, and I don't know what you're talking about. And then you start hearing these idiots on TV. I swear to God, they were watching this podcast because I've never heard an announcer on a game ever use the term at the nail or horn set. And then all of a sudden, you know who did it? The women's basketball commentators, because they want to sound smart. They want to sound like they know something that other people. No one speaks that way. Your job is to educate the viewer who doesn't know, not use terminology they have no idea about, and then leave it unexplained. And then I started, and I never heard it in men's basketball at all. And then I started hearing it in men's basketball. I'm like, oh.
Nah, I heard it before. You know, Hubie Brown. Hubie Brown was one of those people that explains.
Maybe I was ignoring that he said nail 40 fucking years ago. I had never heard that before, and I played and I coached and I'd been around coaches. Did Lawton ever use the term nail and horns?
No, horn. Cause we ran a couple sets out of horn.
Okay.
So I know horn. We ran. You know, we had our 2 bigs. So we ran the throw a hair bomb. Then one dives down there, get like a high low off of it. So.
You ever have your wife randomly send you some fucking shit that you're like, why?
All the time.
It's just randomly got sent.
Don't get in trouble, Rudy. What is that? Climate? Is it climate something?
Can you read it?
I can't read that. It's very small.
This is a ladder for your balcony.
Okay.
So now I gotta climb down. Now you want me to get ladders to climb down the fucking balcony in case we have a fire.
Bro, their minds, they think about the most outrageous circumstances or situations known to man.
This just got randomly sent to me. I already have the end of the world kit here.
And you need it by tomorrow.
Oh,
you need it by tomorrow. Rudy. Oh my God, I'm hungry.
She really sent this shit to me. What the fuck is this?
And you better have that shit in the house.
$51?
You better have that shit in the house by tomorrow.
Man, I'll just go to the second floor and jump down. Fuck.
Because what if that, Rudy? How are you gonna get RJ down? How are you gonna? We just walk out the house. But what if this? No, Rudy, we won't be able to walk out the house. We have to go to. And then you gotta make sure. And then you gotta do ladder classes. How do you get down the ladder class? Now we need to sign up for ladder classes, Rudy, because I don't know how to get down, and RJ don't know how to get down. So let's sign him up for toddler ladder.
The 19-month-old to climb down the fucking ladder.
Toddler ladder classes, because just in case.
Oh my goodness!
And those are $75 per session. Like what? We're doing a 3-month course. I'm done.
So the Miami Heat right now the Miami Heat's an 8 seed right now. We're the permanent play-in team.
Permanent play-in team. Atlanta and who else is the other one? The
Chicago, Atlanta. It's the same 3 every year. So that means we'll probably have to beat Chicago again to be an 8 seed. So Cleveland's a 7. What? Orlando's a 6. Philadelphia. Wow, 5. Toronto's a 4. Boston a 3. New York. You know that right now that Jaylen Brown's the leader for MVP.
I'm not mad at that, and other people probably not gonna play the 65 games. So
My son saw that because we had a basketball tournament this past weekend, and we go and we're driving around or whatever, and he says to me, you know, Joker's out, so he's probably not going to win MVP because he's out for a few more
yeah,
games. He's not playing enough games, and now
mhm,
Giannis is crying about some bullshit about
yeah.
how it's so hard to play 82 games. Fucking pussy. And so what is that? So who is the leader in the house right now for MVP? So my son said, "Oh, Shea's number 1." He opens that shit up. It says Jaylen Brown. He starts like, "Whoa!"
Oh,
Like,
like,
no.
if you
I said,
and it's,
Jaylen Brown is balling right now.
yeah,
You know what I also told him? I also told him this, and I want to see what you think about this before we go. Who's the MVP of the NBA?
of the NBA
Playing or not playing?
playing or not playing, like if like the whole year, who's the MVP?
Yeah.
Joker.
Playing or not. You know who the MVP is? What does that mean? I go back to the definition of MVP.
Who else? So
The
so my
most valuable player
so when I
to
do
your basketball team.
so so I measure it by who's having the best season impact for that season. Yada, yada. That's how I measure. Because you can
So,
look at it like who's the
you
best player in the
average
world.
35, 10, and 10, but your team is 5th. Is that the best player? If you're a 5 seed, but your guy averaged 35, 10, and 10, is that the best player? I'm just saying, you
So
just gave that information. I'm going to ask you that.
stats, but we have to look at his defense. So we talk about Luca. Who's doing that?
Best player, the MVP, because because I don't look at it the same way. I kind of, well, except for Jordan, because we always knew that Jordan was the best player
Yeah. So that's
one
the thing.
time. But he wasn't he didn't win MVP every year because there were people that were thought to be more valuable. Like Barkley won it in '93.
Mm,
He went over to Phoenix and then to the finals. The MVP is Tyrese Halliburton. They have fallen off of a cliff, Nick. They were a game from the NBA championship, a game 7 that he could not play in. This team is so goddamn bad without him. It's unbelievable.
I would say, well, then Miles Turner, but then Miles Turner is still playing and his team is not doing good. So you're right.
Yeah, Milwaukee is 11th seed right now. So they're 9-32. They're the worst team in
If
the
you put it,
NBA.
because you can definitely make that argument for most valuable if you take that player off the
I
team.
use
I
most
don't know
valuable. As I'm not saying he's the best. He's not the best.
because you could take Brunson off the Knicks and they're still over
They're not
500.
going to be fucking 9-32.
We literally took Jason Tatum off the off the
And they're a
Celtics.
3 seed right now.
Uh,
Tyrese Halliburton. Dude,
you
listen to
took
this.
Joel Embiid has been the shell of himself, and
Listen to this. At one point this year, the Pacers went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They lost 13 straight games.
mhm.
They won 3 in a row, then they lost again. The Heat's one of the wins.
Yes.
They're the worst team in the league. They're not, and it's not even close in the East. They're the worst. They're the worst in the East. Okay, by a game and 2.5 games with the Wizards, but they're the Pelicans are 10-33, so they're equal to the Pelicans. They're 0.313 to the Pelicans. This team was in the finals last year, a game from the championship.
Yeah.
I
Shit, weren't they winning at
I'm,
halftime?
I'm flabbergasted. I'm honestly,
Yeah, you put it that way.
this guy's value to that team, that
Because even
franchise.
because even the Nuggets are winning without Joker.
They're winning.
It's not
They're winning.
consistent, but they're winning.
They're
They're
winning.
winning.
And yes, they were
Shit.
winning 48-47 at halftime of Game 7,
Yeah. I'm trying
and
to
they
think of
lost
who
the
else
game.
they
They
could
lost the
take
game in the
off.
third quarter.
Giannis, Milwaukee they were terrible without Giannis. They were winning a couple games also. Like,
This is the most insane shit I've ever seen a team fall off. I know they lost Miles Turner, I know Dominic told me that Ben Mathurin was hurt at one point, and that Aaron Nemhard was also hurt.
And Nemhard was hurt.
But Jesus Christ, 932. Oof. Like Siakam's been there all year.
Yeah,
he's been their leading scorer almost all year.
He can play. Shit, I'll take him over Bam.
I would too. Yeah, Mathurin's missed like 15. He's missed 17 games. Nemhard's missed 11 games. Neesmith has missed 21 games. Obi Topping's missed all season.
Oh, damn. I didn't forgot. So
Jerace Walker has played. Who the hell is Jay Huff?
He's some big man. Actually, he might be better than fucking Miles Turner. Some white guy who's fucking look like you. He's bald head, taller, got the beard.
He's taller. Yeah, he's 7'1".
He's actually decent. He can play. Actually, he climbed the ladder the other day against us. I didn't know he could jump like that. But I think he was like in a G League, averaging like 4 blocks a game, and then came over here. He's actually decent.
Obi Topping has surgery to replace a screw in his right foot. Oh, he's out for the year. Damn. Wow. But no, I just thought maybe he's not as valuable. I mean, you talk about the line. I mean, they can't win.
I thought if everybody came back, this is like a G League.
McConnell's missed 13 games.
Yeah, he missed games too. They're decimated, man. So it's not just Halliburton, but they can't have Halliburton out and then the rest of them off. They needed to be healthy with Halliburton. They needed McConnell. They needed Nemhard. They needed
breaking news: the next head coach for the New York Giants.
No, not Harbaugh.
Not Harbaugh.
So y'all fired Matt McDaniels and didn't get Harbaugh.
I don't know what the fuck we're doing now. Oh my god.
Wow, he went to the Giants.
My god, what are we doing?
That's not bad.
What are we doing?
That's not bad.
What are we doing? Oh, by the way, Dante Moore is going back to Oregon for his senior year.
Smart.
Is it?
$5 million.
Is it?
I'll make $5 million and work your way to be the number 1 quarterback. But we see this all the time where that quarterback falls off.
Top 3 pick. He's a top 3 pick this year. I don't think he's worth it, but he's a top 3 pick.
Yeah.
What does number 3 pick in the NFL draft get?
Probably like 10 million, 15 million with signing bonus or some shit.
39.9 million.
Hey.
The scale for this year is 51 million.
Well, his total contract, but like his first year, probably
4 years is 9 million, 11.5, 13.9, 16.2. And you're telling me that this guy's going to go back to play for $4 million, $5 million at Oregon? He better not get hurt.
Why the hell? We're not staying on this topic long, but why would this be the greatest hurricane team of all time? Okay. All right.
Demetrius, no. So that answers the question.
Because to be considered the greatest hurricane team of all time, I mean you have to be the best team of all time.
Well, on top of that, the commentary about Indiana being the best team of all time if they win is insane to me as well. They're only looking at it from a perspective of 16-0 because there's no way in the world you put that team on the field with LSU in 19. That team would get run off the field. Like they'd get run off the field. Miami would run them off the field. Nebraska in 95 would run them off the field. The USC teams run them off the fild. The Alabama
State
team,
14.
That FSU 14 team would run them off the field. There's a lot of the Florida teams would run them off the
Gators.
field.
Oh my god!
There would be a bunch of teams that would run this Indiana team off the field. The fact that that's even been brought up by some of these idiots like Robert Griffin III, these people, is nothing short of the most ridiculous I've ever heard. They're a good team. There is no great team in college football this year. I don't.
And there won't be.
Yeah, even
and there'll never be. Those days are over.
Yeah, those days are over. NIL shit has made stuff so much parity. If Indiana had played a schedule worth of salt and not played a bunch of bums, 9 bums, and 6 of the 7 worst Big Ten teams. If Indiana had played Ohio State in the regular season in Columbus, they lose. They lose. They lose. They did beat them in the neutral site field. If they play them in Columbus, they probably lose that game. So
Yeah, pump
and
up.
they needed a missed 27-yard field goal to actually win that game on a neutral site. So yeah, that whole thing is they beat teams. Yes, they did blow teams out. Yes, there were teams that they blew out. I go back and show you the teams that Miami blew out in 2001. They blew out top 15 teams by 50 and 60 points.
Yeah.
Washington and Syracuse are top 15 teams, beat the doors off them in back-to-back weekends. I mean, crushed them. So, yeah, nah, man. Nah.
Yeah.
I would tell you right now, the 86 Hurricane team that lost in the national championship, like 14-10 to Penn State, was the best team ever in Miami. People will never agree with me on that. I think a lot of things with 01 Hurricane team that people get stuck on is they say, and even the players from the team say it, which makes them not sound all that bluntly intelligent, is they say stuff like 38 guys were drafted from that team. That's unheard of. Yeah, but 38 guys from that team were not playing. They weren't all playing.
Yeah, they were freshmen.
They were freshmen. They were backups or third stringers. They weren't playing. Now I will say this year's Miami team is going to have probably 13 to 15 guys this year drafted. They're going to be drafted this year. I ain't talking about Malachi Tony. I'm talking about the dudes that are seniors who are turning pro or juniors and turning pro. I would tell you 13 to 15 dudes are going to get drafted. I would say that everybody in the offensive line who turns pro, which is Malingoa, Markel Bell, Inez Cooper, Brockermeyer, who's been a beast lately. He killed Caden McDonald from Ohio State. Killed him. Those four guys should all be drafted. I don't care what the projections say right now. They should all get drafted. Beck will be drafted. That's 5. CJ Daniels could be drafted. That would be 6. I'm not saying for sure, but could be. Keelan Marion could be drafted. That's 7. Bain's getting drafted. Mesdor's getting drafted. That's 8 and 9. Keontae Scott, 10. Jacoby Thomas, 11. Mo Touré is 12. Wesley Bissain, 13. That's right there in itself. I'm telling you, I would venture it's at least 13 dudes get picked up in the draft. Double digits for sure. At least definitely 10. And so when they say that, I'm just thinking like, bro, but that's Antrell Roll was on the bench on that team. Sean Taylor was a backup on that team. He played, but he wasn't playing. Not like he was the year after Ed Reed left. So yeah, that shit right there. Talent wise, for sure. The entirety of the roster, for sure. The motherfuckers in '86 were scary. Like them motherfuckers were petrifying.
Yeah.
Like petrifying to where like you were afraid they would beat you up in the back alley. Like there was they and I know they lost that game to Penn State. They committed 5 turnovers, and I'll give them 423 to like 149, and only lost 14-10, which makes me also believe that Benny Testaverde like had some money on that game. But that team was petrifying. That team was better than the '87 team. Like Jerome Brown literally was scary. But I was also a kid, so it was a little different.
Everything looked different.
Like, I'm fucking scary, man. Yo, that guy crazy. And then on top of that, these guys all wore real pads. Like these guys there wearing pads that make them all look like running backs. So the defensive end looks like a running back. I mean, I remember when Bain had the pick in the first game of the year, I thought it was a linebacker. That's Bain. Oh shit, that's Bain. Like they're all wearing pads that are the neck roll guys and all that stuff. Those guys were scary, like they look like gladiators. That's I said this before. They look like gladiators, and now guys all want to look like running backs. I know you were naked on the field with no pads on anywhere and all that shit.
Damn near.
Like you literally see these guys, they've cut their pants. Like do you see the strings are coming off their pants?
Yeah, I ain't wear no pads.
How are these not? How is that not a uniform violation? But you wear a certain sock in the NFL, it's a violation.
It's supposed to be sometimes. I mean, I know in Canada, you're supposed to wear knee pads and thigh pads, and I just did not. And then I got caught one time. I say fuck.
What
And
happened?
I
You get
appealed
fined?
it. Yeah, I got fined.
How much they fine people?
Like the first offense is like 500. Like crazy.
You got caught.
I appealed it though.
You got caught. It's easy to see that you're not wearing them.
Prove it. Come take the pants off me and prove it.
I can literally feel your leg and look at your fucking leg.
Prove it. You prove it. AI is crazy. AI is crazy. Prove it. I don't know. Did you touch on me and feel that I had no pants? I don't know. Unless you do that, then prove it.
Oh my god. All right, folks, that's gonna wrap it up, man. We appreciate y'all jumping on board tonight, man. That's all we got. So Nick, once again, Nick said 27-24 Miami on Monday.
Yes, sir.
I'll drop my preview on Friday, so be sure to check it out, and definitely go check out the video I dropped tonight on Notre Dame. I'm sure I'm triggering them soft ass bitches again, because they're still crying. They're still crying to their mamas. You know, that's how it goes. That's all we got, man. Y'all have a great night, man. This is the big show. Facts Over Feelings. Come on out of podcast. Let's go. Come on now.